Yeah, kid. Was having a little technical difficulties at first. I think we should be good now, though. Yeah, kid. Let's go. Normally we be acting like we waiting for people to come in, but it's not. It's negative. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, ooh la la, they go, ooh la la, she like, ooh la la, they go, ooh la la, on a Friday, let's go, let's go, looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop about the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes, when people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, can we even say that now? Before you diddy to the left, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We ain't in the end game now. And we is in the end game because it's been raining all fucking day. But we needed the rain. You know what I mean? Like, they were saying it was a dry spell, little bush fires, little fires in Jersey and the surrounding areas. And all praise is due to the Most High rain today. So it was a little cold today, I ain't gonna lie. And right now we drinking coffee. But it's also, we in the end game, rather, because on the opening of Kendrick Lamar's album, the Damn album, not the GNC, which we'll get to in a minute. The Damn album, which is one of my favorite albums, it starts off with, it's a wickedness, it's a weakness, you decide, are we gonna live or die? And as the opening of the album, like a cinematic movie, he like, so I was taking a walk and I noticed a woman, a blind woman, who seemed to have lost something. So after watching her for a while, being frustrated, I came upon this woman and said, may I be of some assistance? It looked like you've lost something. And then she replied, you have lost something. You've lost your life. It's a wickedness. It's a weakness. You decide on some Temptation shit. One of the best openers to a hip-hop album, if you ask me. And I am a hip-hop connoisseur. Self-proclaimed though, you know what I mean? Like, not with no certificates and not, not stamped by no authorities. But I do sit on the high horse when it comes to hip hop. Make no mistake about it. Kiss all the blessings in the world. And I started that off with it's a wickedness. Because right here in New York City, unfortunately, some guy named Ramos Rivera went on a killing spree. And rest in peace and condolences to the families of the people he killed, right? And I'm bringing this story up and bring a light to it in the sense of we know that Daniel Neely, his trial, his murderer, right? Daniel Penny, he on trial. They did the jury selection. We spoke about this. The chokehold in New York City on the subway, etc. Was he right? Was he wrong? Did he overdo it? And obviously he did overdo it because he killed him. He came in acting a little crazy, little deranged, yelling at people. You hear some of the witnesses like they had to shield their daughter, etc. And again, if you're from New York City, like I'm from New York, then you've been on the subway. Or you should have been on the subway. You've been on the bus. You've been walking to and fro wherever you going to do what you do, and you see somebody walking, talking to themselves. You see somebody picking up shit off the curb, laying in shit, laying on the street, wrapped up in the blanket, picking up out the garbage. And this is in any city, right? I've been to a few states in America, and this is America. Don't catch you slipping her. Police be tripping her. I've been to a few places, right? And then the urban areas where, but you're black 7 minutes into the show, right? Or you're white, you're Latino, you no matter what race, you of the lower class. And like Slick Rick said, ladies, gentlemen, and low life, right? Like the lower level people. And you go about your daily business like it's nothing. It's nothing to see somebody on the train acting crazy, wilding out, etc. And in this case of Ramos Rivera, locked up multiple times, obviously not right in the head, something wrong with him on the mental side. Decides to get up one day, you know what I mean? Come outside with the duffel bag or the book bag, you know what I mean, outside of a construction site or whatever. And stop, put the bag down, put the gloves on, pull out the knife, and then unfortunately stab a construction worker. Don't get caught. Next day, commit another, act of murder. Stabbed up. And who he stabbed the next day? I think he stabbed a 67-year-old lady, right? Then 25 minutes later, did some other shit. And again, I started off with it's a wickedness, it's a weakness, like dramatic. But just to point the picture, Future did say it's an evil world out here. It's an evil world out here. And you got to be mindful of that. That's why I always cram to understand when I'm out and about, on the train, on the subway. That's the train. I meant to say the bus. Anywhere where it's people moving and about, you in the metropolitan area. People be like this on the phone, like just walking. And I told y'all on the show a few times. All your money, what's the word? Thanks for checking in on the Friday. We live on Instagram and we live on YouTube and we live on a few platforms actually. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. I used to be like that. I ain't gonna lie. Get caught up in the wave. You're not paying attention, especially the women. Like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? You on the phone, people are sleeping. You on the train, people are sleeping. The inertia of the train got you tired. You going to work, you ain't get enough hours in the morning. You coming from work, you boss, I'm dog tired, and you rocking on the train. You know what I mean? And some people are just on the train. They got their headphones in, both ears, the big iPhone headphones, you know what I mean? Or the iPods, and you're not really paying attention. Anything can happen. Like last year, was it a year and a half ago now, with the black guy shooting the subway up, unfortunately dropping the smoke bombs on some Gotham City Dark Knight shit, right? And people is in the frantic. They oh shit, smoke, gunshots going on, even in New York, even in DC, even in Baltimore, even in New Orleans or wherever you at, in Alabama, in the low level areas, right? And with Ramos Rivera, random shit. You know what I mean? Like random. And my cousin was stabbed up, and peace and blessings to you as well. He was stabbed up, you know what I mean? Randomly by, and when I was young. So, when I say young, I'm going to say Yeah, like I think when I came home, you know what I mean? So I'm young, but in my early 20s, right? I'm like, damn, he got stabbed up by who? You know what I mean? Like, word? So that's why I'm bringing it up too, because you'll be surprised. You going about your day, you got your cigarette in your ear, you on YouTube or you on fucking, Instagram watching me, it's nighttime or whatever, you waiting for the bus, and out of nowhere, a nigga come with the blade, a knife, a female come out of nowhere. It's a wickedness. It's a weakness. You decide, like, out of nowhere, you get stabbed, and the reaction is no reaction, because you're not expecting nobody to do that, even though we should be a little more on point. We should be a little more cognizant. We should be a little more aware of our surroundings, no matter what city you in. Like, damn, it's a lot of mental health people out here. It's a lot of bugged out people out here. It's a lot of people on a lot of medication that if they don't take their medication, they may go crazy. They may do some wild shit, and you might be the victim of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I just thought it was like, damn, lady was 67, you know what I mean? Obviously young, as we like to say on the channel, but not really young. When it's your time, it's your time. God don't make mistakes, and the angel of death don't come get nobody that it's not their time. You could get shot in the head 2 times. Or I like to quote Sheik Luke's, I put 30 in your head, all in the same hole. And we got the same goals. You trying to tamper with mine? Like, and you'll still live. You'll walk out and slip off the curve, and that number 2 bus is coming, and you get smacked. Still live, just with a broken ankle, just with a broken fibula, and you still live. People be like, damn, they got shot in the head? Execution style, and they still live, yeah. Because the Most High said, return back to life, my child. It's not your time to come and sit with me. And, I always quote on the channel, I be being funny, but I'm not, when I say, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, your video, out of here. Your Mercedes Benz and your Range Rover, all that shit is out of here. Your days of being a construction worker, you try to just feed your family, and somebody come with a knife, that's crazy, stab you up all up in your stomach, you don't got a chance to react, and then you die of your injuries. Another quick story, we in New York, we know that Trump will be entering the building, and I wasn't going to get too political at all on this topic. Only to say this, right? This dude was he's an immigrant, right? Came over here, we putting him up in the hotels with that tax money, and then he decided to go book an assistant DA in Manhattan. Give me all your shit, like give me the loot, on some Biggie Small shit, right? He laughing in the camera. This shit is a jokey joke. Shit is a jokey joke.
Next story about violence in New York City. Another story about it. A city where residents are already questioning why the flood of random attacks.
And this particular attack, with an unusual twist, clearly proves that nobody is immune to street violence. The victim this time, an assistant district attorney here in Manhattan. She was confronted Sunday at her apartment in Midtown.
And the evildoer, all this, hitting her up for money and then engaged in disgusting behavior. Here's Lauren Glassberg.
Can't make this shit up,
Well, that suspect, 25-year-old Brandon Samosa, will be arraigned at criminal court here in Lower Manhattan, but it will actually be a Bronx district attorney that prosecutes him. That's to avoid any conflict of interest, since the alleged victim is a Manhattan assistant district attorney.
This is video of a smiling Brandon Samosa being led out of the Midtown South Precinct on West 35th Street this morning. Police say at about 2 a.m. Sunday, he robbed a 38-year-old woman in the hallway of her Hell's Kitchen apartment building. He allegedly grabbed her purse, cell phone, and bank cards, and also performed a lewd act. The victim is a Manhattan assistant DA. She was not injured. Police traced her stolen cell phone to a hotel on West 45th Street, which led them to believe the suspect is a migrant, and they were able to track him down. Samosa was arrested just last night. Police say he was using drugs on the street and had stolen items with him. Police believe he is part of Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang that has preyed on people in Times Square and Central Park.
Samosa is facing a number of counts.
you know, my thing is this. I wasn't on the train of, oh, they taking the black jobs, they taking the Latino jobs, and you know, obviously, you know, people have hardship in whatever countries they from. They flee to America, and you know, as a kid, that's why I be playing when I quote, they come into America. Like when I used to pack bags and try to get a couple dollars as a little shorty. That's one of the songs that ring out, or I always remember. You know what I mean? I didn't really know what it was about, but you're talking about the migrants or the immigrants, etc. People fleeing from different countries and shit to come live the American dream. And this is America. Don't catch you slipping. Police be tripping. And you say, damn, nigga, you know, I mean, when I was out committing the foolery and robbing people, you know what I mean? Keep it a buck, right? So I went to prison for 2 times, right? For the shit that I got caught for. I was a robbery boy, right? And there's no, what's the word? It's no discrimination. You know what I mean? Like, who it is? You a drug dealer? You a business owner? You a regular civilian? You a man? You a woman? Oh, I think I could book you. I'm going to book you. And you hear him say, yo, he on drugs. You know, he committed a lewd act. Maybe he, you know, rubbed his dick on her, some crazy shit. And, you know, they like, he might be a migrant, an immigrant, etc. Is you illegal? Is you not illegal? And I brought up the Trump thing because, you know, now they're like, yo, when he get in, and Mayor Adams was talking about first we doing away with the little debit card, etc. No more of that. And it might be mass, you know, deportations, right? Like, you're out of here. You're fired. You're going back to where you came from, especially the criminals and the people that come and break the law. I mean, my thing is if you over here illegally anyway, didn't you kind of like break the law? But nonetheless, there's plenty of immigrants that came to this country, did great things, contributed to the American culture, right? So I won't get on that. Like, again, I didn't vote. You know what I mean? Fuck both parties. That's how I see it. But with that being said, when you say, damn, you getting put up in the hotel, that's taxpayer money. You get money on your card so you can get the cultural foods and shit that you like. Not the regular McDonald's and the Chinese food and, you know, whatever it is. No, oh, you from Ecuador? You're going to get some Ecuadorian food. And I'm just throwing that out there randomly, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you like on some coming to America shit, whatever foods you like. We just going to throw it on the card and you can go get it. When you look at, you know, the climate of it, you say, this is bad. Is it planned? You know what I mean? Like, or you always wonder, you know, when the media try to spin shit the way it is. But I would just say this. In the times of Thanksgiving, which we're about to be on next Thursday, the 28th, I don't celebrate. Christmas time is coming, and I always quote the Def Jam comedian when he like, you know, my father was a Muslim, my mom was a Christian, and my daddy be like, you know, we can't celebrate Christmas. But my grandmother be like, well, what you mean he can't celebrate Christmas? It's Christmas time. Like, it's Christmas time. For those that celebrate, right? A lot of y'all on some jingle bell shit. Go spend all your money. You know what I mean? Give it away after you work hard for it. Some of your kids don't deserve it. And it's really useless shit, most of it. Technology and all that bubblegum shit, clothes that they don't need. Then after Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, Halloween costumes, and New Year's after you celebrate. When you wake up on motherfucking January 2nd, you like, damn, where did all my money go? Like, where did my money go? Like, damn, Halloween costumes, Thanksgiving, turkeys and family shit, Uber cabs and stuff, you know, Christmas and gifts and shit. New Year's, I need me an outfit. I need me my new freaking dress. I need me some new red bottoms or whatever it is, my little 3-piece suit. Go out and style on these niggas a couple of bottles. Then you wake up like, damn, I'm in the hole. And why are you in the hole? Because you spent all that money that you should have been saving, that you should have been investing, that you should have been doing some other shit with, and you starting off the year in the hole and in the red like this hat. You starting off in the red instead of saving that money. But that's just side story. That's not why I don't celebrate. It's for, you know, belief purposes. But I'm bringing it up to say, at these times here, what I've noticed, Thanksgiving time, Christmas time, the end of the year, although it's the season to be jolly and the holiday spirit and everybody's feeling jolly, it's also a lot of pressure. It's also a lot of stress for the households and the head of the households, whether it's a male, a woman, a man, a woman, to provide, to get that turkey dinner, to get that mac and cheese with them collard greens that Kamala Harris washed in the bathtub because they so good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to get that eggnog and that little American apple pie, it's going to cost to do that. It's going to cost to put them gifts under that Christmas tree, and so it's pressure because your credit card debt is through the roof. Your paycheck is barely just getting by, and you on some Tyler Quali shit just to get by, you just getting by. It's pressure. Dominican pineapple, what's the word? Dominican pie. The pressure is on you, right? And the pressure is on for you to provide these things for your household to make sure that, you know what I mean? Wondering why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we shipping champagne when we thirsty. It was some big shit. The pressure is on you as the head of the household, single mom, single dad, or even if you got two parents in the house and you're struggling. That raise didn't come through yet, or that bonus, they playing with it. You know what I mean? At the job, like, oh, it's gonna clear next week. They playing with it, and you under pressure because you promised, your little nephew, not even your kids. You promised your little cousins and them, you're gonna get that baby doll, you're gonna get that little makeup set, you're gonna get their hair done, and now it's like, damn, B, I don't got the fucking money. So I'm bringing that up to say, although it's the season and the time to feel jolly, a lot of people are under pressure, and a lot of people do a lot of fuck shit. Yo, let me borrow something. Yo, let me hold something. Yo, I got you. You know what I mean? Or, and then on the street level, if you in that type of vibe and it's Peter pay Paul, you got to watch who you give credit to, if you even giving out credit. Because niggas are dead you. Yo, I had to pay my car note, my nigga. I know I owe you, but woo, 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 and And you'll be like, bro, you ain't had no PC of what I gave you, and how you know what I mean? You trying to figure it out. That's a fact. I'm from New York City. I'm from New York. You like, damn, how I'm gonna pay my nigga back? You know what I mean? Yo, let me borrow his aid. Yo, let me borrow his out. Yo, let me hold $300-400, and you never see it, even though people have intentions of paying it, but because the pressure is so high to provide, to make a way. You know what I mean? And what Tupac said, mama made a miracle every Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Some women, they got the box, and that's like the ATM, and I don't want to be degrading or anything like that on the channel, but y'all know we keep it a buck, and we full transparent on Popovich TV. I love that about my channel. Blackface, what up? Some women sell their jump off. Got to make it happen. You know what I mean? Got to put food on the table, and this is the only way. So yeah, it's degrading. Yeah, I fucking don't want to deal with this nigga that been on my body for the last year since I broke up with my baby father. But I got to get this PlayStation 5. I got to make sure this turkey hit that table. Otherwise, you feel guilty about shit that's outside of your control. So just be mindful of the holidays and people with the sob stories and how they try to finesse you and do shit because they under pressure to perform and provide and produce for the holidays. That's the reality. That's my observation. You could deny it, you could live in denial, but that's my observation, and I'm gonna stick to the story because I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that said, let's get to some of these topics we got. Because that was just warming up, and I got time today. We're gonna be here for a little minute. You know what I mean? Let's get to this T.I. shit, right, real quick. You know what I mean? Let's jump on this and get this out the way, right? T.I., fuck with T.I. Atlanta, what up, though? You know what I mean? Absolutely, for sure. I ain't been outside a little minute, but I still know the popping spot, so hit it in the DM. So yeah, T.I., I think I got the video. I think I did save the video. Let's see if we can pull up the video on T.I. Y'all might have seen it already. He was at I think it was in Houston, Texas. And we've been out there one time for All-Star Weekend. I had a blast out there. Where's T.I.? Saved a lot of videos for the show. Here you go right here. So I guess he was at a little bar, a little lounge or whatever. You know what I mean? And he's T.I. Make no mistake about it. Like Fab said, I don't need no ID. Niggas know the face. You know what I mean? You know the face. You know I'm FABOLOUS. Like, you know who the fuck I am. And niggas know who T.I. is. But not everybody knows. I won't say that for the real celebrities, and it's not to knock nobody. All right, shout outs to Houston. Because when we was out there, we had a blast out there. You know what I mean? Even though that George W. Bush highway and all that shit, you be like, niggas is racist. They don't like no New York niggas. They don't like no black niggas. And I'm being funny because that's not the, I did get that vibe, but that's not the experience that I had. You know what I mean? When I went to Dallas for All-Star Weekend and I went to Houston for All-Star Weekend, even though you see like George W. Bush Highway or you see, you know, certain things for the first time being out there, I really didn't experience no racism. So I'm just throwing that out there. But anyway, for like, I'll say this, and I told this story on the channel already. So it ain't like, yeah, you know how they play out there. I'm going to just say this real quick. And it's not to shame her or nothing like that. I don't look at her as a celebrity. It's no shade, but I'm going to bring it up because I want to drive my point home. As far as T.I. being a real celebrity, somebody that did some shit in the culture, and then somebody that may be known for something else. Not that it's bad, but just for something else. So we was on a video shoot. Styles P, I think it was the corner. Something. It was a video shoot. Shout outs to the producer, Kerry. You know what I mean? She invited me and my artist at the time, Famous. We went to the video shoot. They had Tatted Up Holly. This is who I'm talking about. I didn't know who she was at the time. You know what I mean? And I got a lot of followers, big on Instagram and all that shit. But I didn't know because she's not somebody that's out there like that for me, right? Everybody don't know you. Even though in your mind, you think everybody know you. So anyway, we do the video shoot. You know, they got to do a scene. It was like 4 women on some set it off shit. You know what I mean? They robbed everybody, snatched my hat off. I ain't got no haircut today. You know what I mean? I had the little dress hat and shit. You know what I mean? Took my money out my wallet, had a couple dollars on me, threw it in the bag. Definitely was washing clothes. Like, let's not really play with the money. I know we playing, but let's be easy. You know what I mean? Did the little scene and shit. And you think after that, like, all right, not that we cool, but we should at least be able to take some pictures for the gram and do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. Ho, ho. Like, do it for the gram. And you don't do it for the gram, you do it for Compton on some Kendrick Lamar shit. And it was just like, I'm like, let me get your Instagram so I can tag you and all that. It was like Tatted Up Holly, you know, it was like the entitlement of, nigga, you know who I am. And by the way, I don't know who you are. That's why I'm asking you for your Instagram. I don't know you, right? And I'm bringing that up because on this T.I. post, right, after the guy didn't let him in, he needed to show his ID out there in Houston, Texas. He started,
right
clowning
here in Austin, Texas. I'm in Austin, Texas on, what it is? It's 6th Street? On East 6th Street at a place called Revelry. Rainy? Okay, Rainy Street. Place called Revelry. There's a sucker up here at the front.
It's a sucker up here.
There's a sucker right here at the front.
It's a sucker up here.
This sucker nigga right here talking about I need some ID to get in somewhere. Huh? Don't worry about it. This sucker right here talking about I need some ID to
Hopefully
get in
we
somewhere.
don't get flagged for the music.
And with some shoes like that, they gonna keep me out of nowhere, man.
Nigga pointing out his shoes.
Peppermint patty ass shoes.
Nigga call them shit some peppermint patty ass shoes.
This man got on the Walmart Versace shirt, boy, with them Ross pants.
Nah, my nigga.
But what your nipple hard for, man? Why your nipple hard for,
Why
man?
you looking at his nipples, though,
That boy got them thick ass ankles. But look at that boy ankle poking out the side of them the peppermint patty.
Shit wild funny.
But what is that, velvet? What is that, velvet?
What is that, velvet?
Hell no. Yeah. Appreciate you too, buddy. We on him right now, though. But look at them ass shoes, boy. Who gave you them goddamn shoes, boy? Your grandma put them up in a birthday card. Was for $5, $6, didn't it?
Shut hilarious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me, man. All right, now. All right. Back to your whole business.
Balls, period. What's the word?
Yeah, man. So if y'all in Austin, just make sure you don't come to Revelry. That's all. Y'all be cool, man.
Y'all be cool,
catch us
man.
in Cap City tonight.
Now, first of all, T.I. is mad funny on some Harlem funny shit. I mean, I know it's not just Harlem, but Harlem niggas is wild funny. I mean, I come up off the jokes and you come outside with holes in your boot, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the nigga said? Why nigga punch me in my face? Stay in your place. Like, here come the nigga with the fake blow. Why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place. Know your position. Like, you know what I mean? You come up, you got holes in your boots. You wearing the Skippies or, you know, the shit from Payless. Niggas got on Jordans and shit like that. And that's you. That's a fact. You know what I mean? But T.I. funny. And, you know, after you get past the laughs and the giggles, like, oh, this shit funny. You know what I mean? He just really wrecking them. Then you start reading the comments and people is like, yeah, that's why, you know, King, it's the King. That's why he like that. That's why he got no authority for, you know, that's why he got no respect for authority at these different venues. And you see him at a Waffle House talking to the employees and the, you know, the people that's serving your food, pulling out all types of, where my money at? Oh, pulling all types of money out and, you know, talking crazy to people and, you know, like, I got that money in my, I got your salary for the whole year in my pocket and woo. And And somebody like, yeah, that goes to prove that just because you know a whole bunch of big words, that don't mean you smart or you educated or you intelligent. And Kanye been told us, some people graduate, but they still stupid. They tell you, read this, read that. Like, I mean, like, we know that you could be a graduate, have a certain type of degree, and I'm a PhD, but you still make horrible relationship decisions. You still make horrible life choices and decisions, etc. And that's all of us at different points in times. So I'm definitely not putting myself up here and looking down on motherfuckers from the soapbox, talking to a person that's, you know, 3-time felon, been to prison 3 times. So I'm definitely, and I'm not the most educated, got a GED right after completing, you know what I mean, ABE, you know, no college and none of that. So definitely not looking at somebody with a college degree that went to college with the side eye like, yeah, nigga, you stupid. Nah, but I'm pointing it out to say T.I. does have the knack for certain, you know, eloquent speech and, you know, you speak real fine and, you know what I mean, like, you on some artistic, some smart shit. But then you see shit like this, like, bro, cool, he might have known you was T.I., but what if his boss was there? What if the higher-ups was coming in and, you know, I got to do my job. See, you up here, like the celebrities that was going hard for the Democratic Party, you don't care if bacon is $20. Eggs is $30, and I'm exaggerating, obviously. But even if it was, you could be like the window shopper video with Mason motherfucking 50 when they eating a $500 hamburger out in Europe or whatever where the fuck they was, because money is not an option. You get money. We getting money over here. Hey, we getting money. We getting money. We getting money. You getting money. So you ain't worried about gas prices being $5 a gallon. You ain't got to drive to Jersey to the first exit before you get to New York just to come back to New York and pay the toll just to get cheap gas. Because you got it. T.I. got it. So it's like, you can laugh at homie with the Walmart shoes on, with the fake motherfucking Versace shirt from Walmart. You got it. King, you got it. Paper Trail, one of my favorite albums by T.I. But what about the low-level people? What about the people that ain't got it? He just trying not to get fired, just trying to keep his little low-level job. And then if he lets you in, then what? You gonna put him on the payroll if his boss say, hey, I know that's T.I., but we got you on camera. And I'm just throwing out all these different scenarios. Obviously, he didn't get in, he left. But he tried to get on the bat line or on social media and say, yo, don't go to this spot. Don't Patreon this spot. We don't know if it was a black-owned business. I didn't Google that. You could go do that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to talk a little bit of shit, drive my points home, and then we on to the next topic. But is that the reason why King don't got no respect for people, seems like? Or is that the reason why his son keep getting into trouble? And you say the fruit don't fall far from the tree. So if he watching you act like that at your big old age, your big smart expeditionalist ass age, is he following you? Is it cool? Did you find it funny? Or did you look at T.I. like, kind of lose a little respect for you because I thought you was better than that? I ain't gonna say I lose respect for T.I., but what I will say is uncalled for. Did the guy know who he was? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. As I quoted the person, tatted up Holly, I didn't know who she was, but she ain't no platinum recording artist. She ain't been in no movies and none of that like T.I. You know what I mean? So it is a little different. Maybe the guy did know who T.I. Could he say, yo, bro, you ain't got no ID and none of that, but you know what I mean? Throw me a little 100 piece. I get you in. You know how the bouncers be doing sometimes. Was he out of line? Was he not out of line? I'm gonna just say, it's a little low class. You know what I mean? For somebody like him, it's like, bro, I mean, I get it. He could have let you in, but you are T.I. It ain't that serious for you to, put on a show and then do it online for people to look at you and, get a reaction. So that's my stance on that. Let's get to this next shit, though. Enough of T.I. What else we got on the slate? And I got time today, for sure. Let's talk about Tyrese, right? And not really so much Mac, man, what up, my nigga? Not really about the child support shit, cause if you could get it when you got the money, but you couldn't get it when you didn't have the money, in my opinion, as somebody that's been around, I've been around. I'm saying that funnily and loosely, but I'm dead ass serious. Like, I'm playing, but I'm not. And I'm not Will Chamberlain. Never will put my business on the street like that. Scorpios, we are the best. And at one time, it was no joints. It was no buns. Then at a time, the buns was at an all-time high. It's keeping it a buck, right? Once you get the swag up, your confidence up, once you learn a little women nature, etc. While like in my salon, rock to Allah, brother Kaji. Once you know a little nature, what women like, you learn a little bit. You pick up some game. And you keep some rims, some gems, and some jewels. I mean, like, bitch, get in the car and stop playing. Just keeping it a buck, right? You learn a little bit, you know what I mean? And all women are not the same, just like all black people are not the same. We're not a monolith, right? That's the word. We're not a monolith. You gotta usually need some joints and you think they hood and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, mom dropping you back off. Hit a U-turn. Jigga, why you do that for? Thug nigga till an end. Tell a friend, bitch. Won't change for no paper, plus I've been rich. Shit you tried on the hood rat bitch from the Bronx or Brooklyn, and you meet a joint from Scarsdale or Middletown. And they totally different, but you don't know that, and you running the same game. And they're like, yeah, that don't really impress me. I'm not really like that. You know what I mean? I'm like this. And you're like, oh, different type of joints. You got to implement different tactics for this type of joint. So anyway, I'm bringing that up to say, the Tyreses of the world, these athletes, these entertainers, people that come into the bag now, and you get the joints that you want, right? But without the bag, without the Porsche Panamera, without the range sitting on 20s, without the gold chains and the wrist that bling blah, like your wrist bling bling, my shit bling blah. My pinky ring talk, it's a 50, I'm sick. That's why these niggas is on my dick. You know what I mean? Like, don't hate me, some love my shit. You ain't get the joints without that. And so now you left to say, damn, you black and ugly as ever. However, you stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and rocks filled with rocks. Now they all on your body. And back then they didn't want you. Now you hot. They all on you. I could keep going. I'm being funny too, by the way. You get the joints. You get them pregnant. You get married to them. You have babies by them, etc. Now they divorce you. Now they want half, like Nas said. Not just half, no. Half. On that album, Life is Good, one of Nas' best albums, as he started to mature and bring us different content and music. One of his best albums to me. Life is Good, Life is Good. On that song, Bye Bye Baby, like, she taking half, nigga. You sitting around saying, damn, I work my fingers to the bone. I work my ass off, and you want child support, and you want me to give you $100 grand a month? What? Fuck all that, because you need to make better decisions. I said all that to say you need to make better decisions. But what I want to talk about Tyrese in the sense of when he was eating his little chef-made meal, nigga was snacking on little graham crackers or whatever the fuck he was snacking on. And he like, yo, a billionaire, a multi-billionaire. I'm saying, damn, all right, Tyrese. Is you styling on us right now and you like, yo, multi-billionaire? And I'm not knocking that he doesn't know a multi-billionaire, right? But he like, yo, the multi-billionaire person was like, yo, you know, most people are lazy. Most people ain't gonna get up at 5 in the morning and go get it out the mud. Most people are gonna be mediocre. They're gonna be content with what they get, what they have. They're not gonna have no drive, no motivation, no aspirations, no goals, etc., no game plan, no none of that. And so it's more food on the table for me, nigga. Let's eat. What we eating? Winner, chicken dinner, money long clicking. Like, what we eating tonight? Steak dinner? Shrimp scampi? Cool. And Tyreek's like, well, that ain't me, because I'm a hustler. And I'm going to go get it. And then I think, you know, some people might have took out of context that he was flexing on niggas. I think he said he's been on like 7,000 flights, or maybe it was 700 flights, some shit like that. And I'm just paraphrasing because I don't got the clip. But as I was listening to the clip of the billionaire allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, talking to him about us regular folks, people that's not going to be millionaires, people that's not going to be a billionaire. Like, everybody not going to be rich, y'all. Everybody not going to have the LeBron James life, the Denzel, or anybody you could think of that you think is successful financially wise. You know, Mark Cuban and Shark Tank and, you know, Elon Musk and, you know, Mark Zuckerberg and shit. You're going to come up with the next big thing to get money and reverse the generational curse in your family. You might still go on to do great things, inshallah, but somebody got to be the bus driver. Somebody got to be the cook. Somebody got to be the teacher. And hopefully and preferably, it's people that have a passion for that, so they don't feel like they're doing a job that they're underappreciated at. Because if you're a teacher by nature, you just have a knack for teaching and wanting to give back, whether it's to kids, other adults, etc. You're not a gatekeeper. You learn some shit. You want to teach others. Hopefully you have a passion for that, so that when you are doing it, you don't feel like you overlooked and overworked and nobody appreciates you. Because who wants to, you know, work in an environment like that? And that's why most people get up and go to work every day mad as a motherfucker. That's a side note, because that's not really the topic, and that's not really the point that I want to drive home. But just think about it. When you go in the post office, right? And that's considered a decent job. It's not even a career. You're going to get a good pension. You're going to get good benefits, etc. after you retire 25 years. And I have a few family members who retire from the post office, and they doing all right, right? So I have to throw that out there. It's not like just some job, you know what I mean? They ain't flipping burgers. But for some, it may be like, hey, who the fuck want to be, you know, passing money orders and stamps all day long, etc., dealing with people in their packages. Some people have that outlook, right? But even so, somebody got to do it. But the people that don't want to do it, but they just doing it because it's a means to an end to provide for their family, they have attitudes. They don't say hi when you come in. They don't greet you. You go to Planet Fitness and, you know, Blink's Fitness, where I go to, come in, they don't greet you unless the boss is there. You know, certain jobs and shit in the bus, niggas just here to do my job on some Marshawn Lynch shit. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. No, pardon me if you didn't understand what the fuck I just said. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm not here to greet you, make you feel special, do no extra shit, even though that's in your job description, to greet the Patreons of the business, to make sure everything is good and make sure the customer is at ease and they don't mind coming back to the business, giving us their money. Some people like, nah, I ain't just going to work. As soon as when the boss not looking, I'm looking at Pornhub, nigga. I'm looking at porn, I'm looking at scores. And real quick, I'm about to check the score to see if we won anything. I got a few games going tonight on some one-pick shit. And we'll get to this. We'll get to football a lot later on. Damn. Indiana didn't cover. Had Indiana's a one-pick. But Houston did cover. And right now, it looked like Dallas is winning. And it looked like, Clippers is looking good in the first quarter. We get to the sports a little bit later. You don't want to be part of, you know, an establishment where that's not what you really want to do. And you have attitude when you come to work because that's not what you want to do. Ben Dawes, what's the word? As opposed to, you know, the people that want to be there. You want to be there so your attitude is pleasant. You like getting up and baking cookies and, walking the dogs. You're an animal lover. You grooming the dogs. You teaching the children, and on some Whitney Houston shit, you believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Well, anyway, the billionaire wasn't lying. I said all that to say the billionaire wasn't lying to Tyrese. Tyrese like, yo, I'm going to fight for everything I got. I earned this life. Ain't nobody give me this shit. It's more than just singing. It's more than just being an actor. It's more than just being a rapper. It's more than just being a basketball player. LeBron James. No, you could be one of the best at what you do, but then it's other shit. And we all got the same 24 hours in a day. And to quote Kendrick Lamar, and we're going to be getting to him in a little bit later because he just dropped the bomb album on niggas, right? One of my favorite albums is the Damn album, but one of my favorite songs off of the Damn album is Lust. And what does he say? Wake up in the morning thinking about money, kick your feet up, watch you a comedy, take a shit, and roll some weed up. You know what I mean? Like, don't go to work today. Play some Madden, you know what I mean? Bet on your favorite team, sip some lean. And then when he switched to the females, wake up in the morning thinking about money, kick your feet up, hop in the shower, take a shit and erase your weave up, like go on the gram, flex on the bitches that be hating on you. You know what I mean? Like, do a credit card scam, etc. You stuck in your ways. You content with where you at. You ain't trying to do nothing extra. And what Ho said, look around. This ain't what ordinary get you. I'm an extraordinary type of nigga. Off of that American Gangsta album, which is one of his best albums to me. This ain't what ordinary get you. Look around, nigga. This ain't what ordinary get you. Now, yeah, some people may have to do some strange things to get ahead. You hear Noriega like, yo, it's two doors. You know what I mean? Illuminati in the New World. You know what I mean? This is what Noriega said. It's not what I said. It's coming from NRE. Now we on the run eating, right? Drink Champs. He like, yeah, you could, one door, then it's the other door. But to get to the Mayweathers or, whoever you could think of, again, because success in any individual mind is going to be a little different. It's like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so you may not see Hov as a success. You may not see Mark Cuban as a success. You may be like, nah, the brother that got his kids, his family, his sanity, he ain't sell his soul. You know what I mean? He living in India, or he living in Medina, or he living, somewhere secluded and quiet in Africa. He got his family, he rich in that sense, and he is rich. He got his health, he is rich. He is blessed. He is wealthy. It just may not be financially with money. He may not just be able to go to get the Bentley, Ferrari, and all that shit. He may not be able to shut them all down, but he got his family. He got his sanity. He got a relationship with the Most High. So he's good. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to paint it like it varies. You know what I mean? But for the most part, when you're here in America and you thinking of the American dream, you are thinking of money. You are thinking of social status and where you rank at in the pecking order. And you see most women online in the Kendra G show, the Pineapple show, Melanie Monaco, etc. They want the 100,000, the 6 feet, the 6-pack. So money is always going to be a factor, especially if you're a man, because our role, whether you like it or not, you can dread it, you can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same. The burden is on you to provide and protect and maintain your family. You can say, nah, fuck that. These women, they independent, equality and all that. Nah, nigga. Society says, you're the man. Like, you're the man on some nice shit. You're the man, and you are required, or it is required of you to maintain, be the protector and the provider of your household. And if you ain't doing that, then you are falling short. I believe that. So that I'm going to stand upon that. And there's pressure with that. But, pressure is for the shoulders. But ain't nobody coming to save you. And a lot of billionaires think. That's why even Tyrese, before we get off this topic, he looked at the billionaire. He like, whoa, what is this thinking? You know what I mean? Because he was painting a picture that he was thrown back by that sort of thinking. And the billionaire is like, nah, nigga, how the fuck you think I got to be a billionaire? It's a whole lot of niggas with a whole lot of habits, a whole lot of mediocrity at the bottom of the barrel. And as long as they continue to think that way and act that way, I'm going to get this money. And I'm going to capitalize because it's a capitalistic society. Duh. Get in where you fit in. And like Wu-Tang said, my seeds grow with his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. So what you gonna do? And even Tupac said, it's 10 games in the, it's 10 games in, it's 10 rules in the game. I share with you too. No, niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get off your ass if you plan to be rich. And that's if you even, you know, financially. Again, there's other ways to be rich and have meaning of your life. So you don't self-delete like, damn, I ain't got LeBron James money. I'm gonna delete myself. No, it's not that serious. Take a pause, take a deep breath. You got life, you got health, you got a chance to be great. You just gotta get out and go do it. Speaking of LeBron James, let's talk about LeBron James. Like, not one, not two, not three. Like, we're gonna win all these championships, and him coming out with the the retweet of Max Kellerman or Kellerman, Kevin Durant agent and lifetime partner. You know, did I say even send it to myself? I think I did. Let me see. Some of it. Actually, no, I don't, it's in the phone that I'm recording from. But anyway, LeBron pretty much answered and he said, and with that, I'm going to holler at y'all getting off social media for the time being. Y'all take care. But anyway, Max Kellerman or whatever, not Max Kellerman from the First Take show with Stephen A., but Kevin Durant, lifetime partner and agent, etc., business partner. He had put out a tweet about, social media being negative and the way these big platforms, etc., is covering the sports and that is negative. And, then LeBron waited like a month later, he retweeted, and then he like, yo, I'm going to fall back for a little while. And off the rip, personally, even though I got a whole YouTube channel, outside of posting on the channel, I've went months and weeks without posting on Instagram. Definitely never really be on Facebook at all. I did start a TikTok video on, so let me try to follow the new wave or the young era. Ain't really get a lot of followers or a lot of traction, and then they kept blocking a lot of my videos for the music I was putting behind it. So I jumped off that shit, ain't been on that shit in a while. And I'm prefacing that to say, social media don't move me one way or another, so I could get it. And like Nas on the Blue Magic 3 album, he like, that's like, try like being off your phone when some real shit going on. And a lot of people, that's what they do when they first wake up. Wake up in the morning thinking about money, kick your feet up, watch you a comedy, take a shit and roll some weed up, and then go on social media. You want to get rich, you want to get money, you say you want to be motivated, but as soon as when you wake up, stare at the ceiling, you alive. Whoo, what a beautiful feeling. Some 50 Cent shit. And I run New York, you on social media. And as soon as when you go on social media, you see bitches shaking their ass and come on baby. You see Gillian Wallow and you see all this shit, 50 Cent and Diddy this and Diddy that. And before you know it, we've been on social media for 2 hours. You brush your teeth, you add your coffee, you got ESPN on in the back, and day is going by. You on social media. That's how it goes. And you don't realize that unless you got the screen time, so it can tell you how long you've been on your screen. But I'm pointing that out to say, so I get it. He doing it because he like, yo, the way, the big media networks is covering sports is on some negative shit. And, so he don't really want to be a part. Then you got the Stephen A's coming out, big mad, a hit dog going holler, you know what I mean? In the dark, like, I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to you, and so you jump out on some Superman shit like, yo, you a hypocrite, you this, you that, you capitalize off social media, you partake in the social media, and it's fun like we all do, bro. We all do. Nobody's perfect, nobody's immune, nobody's infallible. We all do shit we say we don't do. A lot of us, if we keeping it real. We all have times in our life where we say we about one thing, but we do something else. That's a fact. That's why I've quoted, like, when you see brothers or sisters, they was one way, then they found some enlightenment, they found God, and I'll use that, you know, for lack of a better, you know what I mean? They want to try a different path, a different journey. People look at them with the side eye when they embark on this said journey. As soon as when they start smoking a cigarette again, or, you know, life them, and they get down, break up with your boyfriend, you know what I mean? The third year in a row, you want a new boyfriend at Thanksgiving time, and your family looking at you with the side eye, and so you a little stressed. So you drink a little bit, you smoke a little bit, even though you said you was giving that up. And then people sit on their high horse, knowing they going through shit, and they judge you like they better than you, like they infallible, like they doing everything right. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I thought you wasn't drinking no more. I thought you wasn't fucking with that bum ass nigga no more. I know he got the good D and all that, but last week you told me you was done with that nigga. You was washing your hands. I fell back. You wasn't fucking with that bitch no more. Her oxtails, her rice and peas, know what I mean? Her little dumplings, her little fried dumplings and all that, know what I mean? With the cinnamon on it. Now you back at her crib, you know what I'm saying? Booty clapping sounds, and your mans and them is looking at you, judging you. You know what I mean? Niggas watching you fucking just to hate on your bitches. Niggas breaking the rules on some Rick Ross shit, right? It's okay to have those things happen. Because none of us is perfect. We all gonna make mistakes. The thing is, how quickly can you recognize, like, dumb, I gotta self-correct. That's why I use Monday Motivation, Motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not, as a correction point. Because you want to stop eating tater chips and drinking alcohol, smoking weed, or, you know, you a sex addict. You keep looking at Pornhub and Lobster Tube, right? So you start off Monday, you're doing good. Tuesday, you're doing good. Thursday, you're doing good. By the weekend, you a maniac again. You a maniac. Like, he's a maniac. Maniac. Like, you a maniac. Cool. When Monday come back around, after you had your little fall or your setback, reset, recalibrate, and then start all over. Even if you mess up again during the week, what happens is, if you can give 4 days, 3 days, after a while, you will develop a rhythm and habits of recorrecting. And, you know, like, for instance, the GPS. When you try to go wherever you're going and you don't know where you're going. You on a journey. When you hit that wrong turn or you get on the wrong exit, it recalibrates you. You may have to drive 2 or 3 exits so you don't do no dumb shit, trying to cross the divider and get a ticket and all that. You may have to drive some miles past the destination just to swing back, but you're still going to get to the destination. It's just going to take a little longer. So I always encourage, if you obese, you're fat, you trying to lose weight, you know, you don't got a lot of positive influences in your life, right? And this is mad examples I could use, but I'm just going to use that. Again, you starting off Monday, you're doing good. By Wednesday, you fucking up a little bit. You don't got to wait till Monday. You could try Friday. I know I fucked up. I ate that piñata vodka with the extra shrimps and all that in it. Friday, I'm going to start back. As long as you keep trying to, the next day to get better, you'll always have like a safety feeling. That's how I do. And that's how I try to say, working on myself. Do it always work? No, but it does pull you back to say, I'm trying to get better. And every day we should try to be the better versions of ourselves. So when I hear like LeBron, like, yo, it's too much negativity. It's too much Kamala Harris bashing. It's too much Trump is Project 25. It's too much bitches shaking their ass. And every time I log on, I'm in HDM. I'm in Attica now. And I know that may sound crazy. Like, you think of Attica, you think of prison, you think of men, you think of hard time. How the fuck is bitches online shaking their ass? No, but if that's what you scrolled into 24 hours a day, 100 hours a day, or, you know, obviously that's an exaggeration, but if that's all you're looking at is the Instagram models and these influencers shaking their ass, wearing Fashion Nova, then that can take a lot of time. That can distract you. That could become your prison. And like Nas said on that Blue Magic 3, this could be your HDM. You could be locked up 24 hours, stuck on Instagram and bitches shaking their ass. Or just whatever negativity it is. It don't just got to be the big news, ESPN's, Fox, and the Stephen A's of the world talking about your son, talking about you, talking about this, and putting a negative spin on. So like, you know what? I'm going to just log off for a minute for my own mental health. I'm going to give it 2-3 months. I'm going to give it a month. I've been on social media for mad long. Again, I got a channel, so it's, you know, on definitely for, not for Instagram, even we live on Instagram and we live on YouTube. Definitely on YouTube. I'm on YouTube every day. So obviously you see stories, you see shit spinning. But as far as Instagram, I'll go post what I need to post and I'm off that shit. A lot of times, I'm not gonna say I'm immune to scrolling. Obviously, I'm scrolling just like the rest of y'all. And I'm in the comments. But a lot of times, it's been plenty of times. I done went for weeks, months. Like, yeah, I ain't been on Instagram in mad long. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know the people that you're following. A lot of them is lying. And like Lil Wayne said, niggas on the timeline where everybody like lying, you're fucking lying. You gotta follow the people that you know, and you know they're lying. Like, damn, bitch, I know you was just in the supermarket with your EBT card, yet you online, like you got the bottles in the bag and the shoes, and you out for a Friday night. I'm not knocking you, but the perception is, or the image you trying to portray is you living it up. And everybody that be living it up and do I do on some Ja Rule and Stevie Wonder shit. But in the real life, I just seen you in the store with your EBT card and you're not living like you saying online. It's not my job to jump online like, yeah, I just seen this bitch Shakima, or I just seen this, you know what I mean, this dude asked me for $20, yet online he fronting, because we all going through it. If you ain't up here, then you down here. They trying to X the middle class out. And you know, we all struggling just to get by. And we all got a little hypocrisy in us. So let's not be so quick to judge when it's like, yeah, you capitalized off negativity too. Who don't like the negative story? You watching niggas fight and beef and bicker, or you listening to Nas, I know I can. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I be where I want to be. Or you listening to, we pop out at the party, I'm with the gang, and it's gonna be a robbery, tuck in your chain, I'm a killer girl, I'm sorry, but I can change. We ain't aiming for your body, shots at your bang. We come from poverty, man, we ain't have a thing. It's a lot of animosity, but they won't say my name. Them killers ride for me, them niggas, you know what I mean? Like, what we doing? We listening to this positive shit, or we listening to this, you know what I mean, bag 'em up shit? And a lot of the times we listening to the negative shit. It's low vibrations, it's low frequencies. You could lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. I know when I wake up, I am listening to some positive shit. When I'm in the gym on that treadmill, nigga, it's dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Dress it up and go to Nassau. 200 miles on the dash. Like, I'm listening to some ratchet shit when I'm on that treadmill, because I need that type of energy to get through the miles. But when I first wake up, I want to listen to some credit shit or some positive. I'm on my motherfucking Most Def, you know what I mean? Like Umi type of vibes. Like my Umi said, shine your light on the world. Let's give each other a little bit of grace though, you know what I mean? Let's get to this shit though. Speaking of hip hop, let's talk about Kendrick Lamar before we get to the action, because I think these stories coincide. Kind of like they piggyback off each other. So scrolling as I do on Friday nights, getting ready for the show, try to find the topics and shit, and prior to what you may believe, if you watching now, I appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I pick the topics on Friday. Like I go live at 10 o'clock. Sometimes I be a little late, 10:30, but maybe like 6:30. I'm just starting to look at the topic, like what's trending, what's going on, what I'm gonna talk about, what I'm not. And while I'm scrolling shit on YouTube, I'm like, oh shit, I seen the channel doing a reaction to Kendrick Lamar GNC album. I'm like, nah, nigga dropped the album? Let me go listen. And thus, I went and listened to the whole album only one time. So that's the caveat. First reaction, before we get into the songs and, you know, him getting at Snoop, him getting at Lil Wayne, and, you know, addressing certain shit on the album and the new, you know, Compton, Cali niggas that he introduced to us. If you into that, right? Scale 1 to 10. On my initial was 12 songs on the album. Initially, scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it like a strong 6.5. Strong 6.5. Not a 7. I'm a lyrical person. I like flow. I like swag. I like wordplay. I like the synergy of the album, how it starts. Is it a slow start, then builds up? Is it a build up, then a slow song, or a smooth song, then build up? You know, I'm that type of vibe. Is it a car riding album? Is it a treadmill album? Is it an album when I wake up in the morning and this is what I want to start the day off with? So those are like the factors that I judge when I'm judging albums. And you know, obviously he from the West Side, and I'm not biased. I love Snoop. I love Dre. We love Game and a whole lot of West Coast artists. Nipsey. You know what I mean? We love them, right? We love them. And MGM, 8 Ball, etc. Anybody you can think of, Mac 100. So various West Coast artists, right? Dub C. The list goes on and on. I don't think some of them are Ice Cube, obviously, right? Snoop Dogg, who we just mentioned. So I fuck with the West Coast. A little biased, obviously, because I'm from the East Coast. And if I got to choose the coast, I got to choose the East. I mean, don't go there. Like, that don't mean I can't go to the West, smoke some nice cess in the West, see some nice breasts in the West. Y'all niggas is a mess thinking I'm going to stop giving LA props. All I got is beef with those that violate me. I shall annihilate thee, the case closed. Shout outs to Big, right? Big Papa. One of the best, right? Anyway, with that said, I'm giving the album a strong 6.5. Gotta listen to it again to catch all the lyrical wordplay and, the innuendos, the directness. But out of 12 songs, it's like some of them is bops. And let's go to the album real quick. We ain't gonna play none of it for copyright purposes. It just came out. I would hate to be doing this live and I got time today, then they ban my shit. Gray, what up? I would hate for them to, do me like that. So we ain't gonna do that. But we are gonna go to the Kendrick Lamar. Where the fuck is Kendrick Lamar at? Just to go off some of the top of the names of the songs. So again, it's GNX, right? I think I said GNC. First song, Whacked Out Mirror, that's the fire. That's definitely the fire. That goes in the playlist, right? And we'll get to Big Act. Let me put some respect on his name. Big Act in a minute. Just want to tackle this Kendrick Lamar topic. In this era of hip hop, an album come out, an artist of his stature, right? A Kendrick Lamar, Drake, a Nas, a Hove, a Lil Wayne, or whoever you can think of, right? A Kodak Black, or whatever, the Lil Baby. For me, you know what I mean? Because I'm from the era of when albums came out, you was anticipating it. You was looking forward to it. You went to the record shop. You went to, the Towers. I can't think of the Towers, but it's the Towers something. You went to 125th, try to boost and swipe some mixtapes and some CD, some cassettes, then the CDs, etc. You driving around. You consuming the album. You digesting the album. Now, I think that happens for the most part, but after you listen to it, a lot of times the albums don't be quality albums, so you picking and choosing what singles you like, and then you adding that to the playlist, and then the rest of the album is thrown in the trash, and thrown in the black hole, put it in the black bag, because it's trash, right? Whacked Out Mirrors, that goes in the playlist, right? Definitely fire. Obviously, he mentioned Lil Wayne, and he I guess my hard work disappointed Lil Wayne, but I'm glad such and such. And I'm paraphrasing, you know what I mean? Because I only listened to the album once. You see the egg on their face or whatever. I guess he mad that he got the Super Bowl gig. Then we spoke about this. I said I think K-Dot is a worthy recipient of doing the Super Bowl. But I wouldn't have been mad if Lil Wayne got it due to the longevity. You want to get the longevity award. You've been around, so we're giving you your flowers now. You're from New Orleans, etc. But it's not a given. You're not entitled to that. And Kendrick Lamar, he is worthy and deserving. He Nas the only one gave me my flowers. And he even got at Snoop. You know what I mean? Because Snoop, I guess, he played somebody. I think I got the quote right here. It's in the other phone that I'm recording on. But I guess Snoop like, yeah, it was the edibles, because in the song, he like, I guess it was the edibles. I'm a little disappointed. And Snoop being the OG in the game, being one of the gatekeepers, I'm gonna use that loosely in the game. You know, so I got that video with him saying, damn, I thought I saved the video of him saying like, you know, he passed the crown to Kendrick. He like, yo, I didn't pass the crown. He took the crown. And I remember in 2013 when the Control, Out of Control or whatever song was, and niggas was mad at Kendrick Lamar for naming all of the rappers like, yo, I'm going to take your fans and I'm going to do this and do that. Niggas was getting at Kendrick. He still was young, still getting his footing in the rap game. And big Snoop Dogg, Crip walking on with the blue on, came out like, yo, when he got anybody like, that's the young homie, and anybody got a problem with him, they got to see me and woo, 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 and Y'all remember that shit, you know what I mean? Like in January, like the summertime, 2013, etc. And since then, Kendrick been ascending in the rap game, and now he definitely top 3 for a lot. He is number 1, like number 1. You may say J. Cole, you might have had Drake, but after that little sparring session, now you probably don't got them. You probably got Kendrick Lamar, rightfully so. I think he is deserving of it. Lyrical ability, body of work, ain't afraid to, you know, put it on the line, say niggas' names, and he nice. I like him. Although a lot of people look at him with the side eye, because it's like he forcing you to think. He forcing you to, it ain't the prototypical type songs. And that's on this album as well, you know what I mean? So with that being said, got Squabble Up. I ain't really like that one like that. The Luther, where he used If This World Was Mine. And I think Jada used it on what's the Kiss of Death album? Yeah, I think, no, not the Kiss of Death album. Kiss the Game Goodbye album. And he used the Luther sample. You know what I mean? That one is all right. Man in the Garden, I like Man in the Garden. Kind of remind me of One Mic, or another song off of the Damn album, which I can't think of right now. That Kendrick, the type of flow and the energy of the song. Then you go to Hey Now. Again, he got some guest appearances on the album. Hey Now was alright. So I like the Luther, Man in the Garden. I like Whacked Out 100. So what's that, 3? Reincarnated is definitely one of the highlights of the album, if you ask me. Super fire. I seen one channel do a reaction to it. They like he's saying that he's the devil that came to the earth, you know, inside different people's type of body. But when I listened to the song upon first reaction, it sounded like he was a musician. I thought he was talking about maybe James Brown or like somebody in that era, you know, that was using drugs, but he like got the guitar in my hand, you know what I mean? Then in another verse, he was a black woman. She was an artist, a singer, a great singer. I was thinking of like Lena Horne or, you know, like one of that type of vibes. And then the last verse, he came as Kendrick Lamar. So I don't think he was talking about the devil for that channel that I watched a quick reaction of. I think he was just saying reincarnated in different prominent people in the music, you know, at that type of vibe. Song fire. And he rhyming like Pac to me. He kind of got that Pac energy. You know, the flow was kind of like that. I could maybe be mistaken. Again, I only listened to the album one time, but that's 4 songs. Definitely, I'm feeling that. TV Off, I like TV Off. That's definitely a fire song. Heartbreak, I like the Peekaboo song. It's alright. Heartbreak, obviously a lot of people was bringing attention to that because Drake he got a song called Heartbreak, but Kendrick been dropping Heartbreak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was 6, and he using the SWV. You know what I mean? Use your heart and not your. You know what I mean? So that song is fire. GNX, which is the name of the album, was a song 11, and then Gloria. I like Gloria as well because at the end of the song, you think he's using metaphors. Like he rhyming about somebody like Nas would do the Money song. My money, money, money. My bitch is my money. Money, money, money. Money is my bitch. Or, you know, 50 Cent doing Baltimore Love, where he rhyming like, you know, dope and coke is his bitch, but he really talking about dope and coke. Or 50 Cent on the Sweet Song and, you know, Catching Feelings, and you know the song Jay-Z rhyming about when he talking about drugs, but it's like a woman, but he really rhyming about, you know, drugs. So it's in that vein, but at the end, He like, you really my bitch, but you really my pen. You know what I mean? Like I'm metaphorically using it, you know, on some lyrical shit. Is my pen is my bitch. You know what I mean? So I thought that was dope. Is it a classic though? As of right now, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go back and listen to it again. Listen to a couple of tracks again. Listen to it while I'm on the treadmill, drive around. Listen to it. Listen to it when I get up. That's how I consume music. And then after a few times, not like the radio where you hear shit over and over and then you just indoctrinated, but just to get the overall feel of the album, right? Then you say, yo, it's a classic. I was feeling like this one way, but now when I swing back, it's trash or it's fire. That's how I consume, you know, albums. Which brings me to this. Do I got the video? I may not have the video, but I think I may do have the video. It's Big Act talking about hip hop. How do you go to all? Is Big Act on his show? I think he was doing a live stream and he was talking about hip hop now and how it's, maybe it was on Instagram. I think I got it. I actually want y'all to hear what he's saying. Yeah. Fuck. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can find this Big Act. I'm being funny, y'all. Big Act. Big Act. Here you go, right here.
Learn something, and this is where I think the music industry is going to have to turn to. Start selling a product again, all y'all. You got to sell a product. Sell something with the music. Because people are starting to realize music is now a passive form of entertainment. Let me tell you why.
That's Timberland too, by the way.
An active form of entertainment is that you're watching a movie. Your eyes, your ears, and your brain are probably consumed with it, right? Passive is, oh, I could do this while doing this. For example, you're playing 2K and you have music in the background.
Right.
Music is secondary. 2K is primary. These days, more and more, we're seeing that people are looking at music to be like, oh, music is something we do while we do that. Oh, we're about to go play 2K or Call of Duty. Yeah, music is in the background, but if it wasn't for what we're doing, we wouldn't be playing music, right. Which means it's secondary. And that's the problem, if you ask me. Because I think the listening habits of fans have changed, and fans having this, I just want to consume this artist stuff. No, like they've changed it up a bit. You know what I'm saying? I learned something, and this.
And I think, despite your views on academics, aka Big Act, I'm being funny. You know what I mean? Being sarcastic. That's what he called himself. And I rock with Act. That's why I said, despite your views, people look at him and with the drill music and, obviously causing drama and stuff like that. And maybe at one point in time he was on that vibe. I think he did come out and, admit or own up to, take accountability for stirring up the pot a little bit in the young era of YouTube and being online. When he's one of the original, he's one of the first ones. So he's a trailblazer, and he's one of the dudes to kick the door open, and then that ushers in a whole lot of other people, online talking hip hop, playing video games, and ushering that whole wave. And you got somebody like me now, Popovich TV, people like him kick open the door, right? So give him his flowers on that, give him his props on that. Became a millionaire, right? Black young millionaire. Now some, the Mike Songs, other people, I was talking with my man today, he like, yeah, but he kind of pushed that, niggas was killing each other and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, yeah, he probably played a part in that. And I'm not a defender of academics at all. And I'm not at all. I'm just stating my perspective, because I believe that in order to be objective, you have to present an argument and then you have to present a defense. and then see where, where the middle course is at. Can't just be, oh, defend. And what about prosecuting the case? So I mean, you have no objectivity. How you gonna sit in front and be like, I'm in the middle, or I'm coming to y'all with the authentic views. No, nigga, you on this side all the way. Clearly, we can hear it. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm like, he ain't make King Von rest in peace and all them write them drill music songs. He might have talked about beef and shit they were saying in the songs. He was stirring the pot. Absolutely. He didn't make them go to the studio, drink that lean, smoke that shit, pop that perk, talk about how the niggas they body in the song. He didn't make them do that. He just spoke about it and put it on the platform, and interest was there, already. It's like, oh shit, nigga talking about, I'm tuning in. And they start tuning in. But what he said right here, that's what I really want to get to, is he's absolutely right. And that's why when we was talking about Kendrick Lamar, I'm from the era of, can't think of the towers where we used to, Tommy Tower or Tommy Records or whatever. Can't think of the place where we used to go listen to get the buy the music, right? Now it's online. You hear Kendrick Lamar come out. Like I was listening to it, while I was doing what I was doing, and I didn't have it on the headphones. I didn't have it on the speaker. I actually was just listening to it from my phone. When I listen to it another time, I probably will have the headphones so I can hear all the lyrics, so I can digest the album. But music is secondary a lot. One, there's not really a lot of good music out. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. That's where I sit on the high horse, and I say I'm a hip hop connoisseur, if you will, right? Challenge to anybody. And it's like, yeah, a lot of music, it's alright. You know what I mean? It's alright. It's not fire like that. It's not fire like you think it is. And the masses is not rushing towards, consuming the albums. They're not. Yeah, we're going to play Call of Duty, or we about to drive to fucking Pennsylvania or Albany, so we're going to listen to music because that's what we got to do. Or we're going to listen to a podcast. Like, consuming the music, like he's saying, is secondary. So what he's offering is a little gem or jewel to the artists of today. It's like, yeah, you can put your album out, but then attach some type of product, some type of merchandise with it, so that you can kind of cover some more ground and some more corners, because people are not really rocking with the music like that. It's like, boom, I'm gonna listen to your album. The album is a 7 or 6.5 or 6 out of 10, or on some 5 mic shit, it's 3.5. So I'm gonna take the 2, 3 singles, 4 singles that I like. Then the rest of your album is garbage and never gets played again. You know what I mean? Like, heard your shit, now break weed up on it, on some jaded shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm breaking weed up on your album, and your album is trash. It's trash. I'm gonna take the 1 or 2 singles that I like, put it in the playlist with the other songs that I like, and that's how you get played. Your whole album don't get no play in the whip, nigga. Your whole album don't get no play while I do my 5 miles on the treadmill, nigga. You trash. Can't even listen to a whole album of you. Only 2 or 3 songs. And so you're making all this music, you putting out all this content, but it's not being consumed like that. It's like secondary. Like, oh, you heard that new Future out? I heard the song though. I heard that the Purple Rain song, or I heard the, Life is Good. I heard that song, but I ain't hear the whole album. I ain't even go listen to the whole album. I wasn't even compelled to go listen to the whole album. I heard a song on the Breakfast Club, and now I like it, or somebody was driving by, or somebody sent me a text like, yo, nah, shit is fire. Now, certain artists, again, I'm probably gonna go listen to the whole album so I can see what it's hitting for. And then certain artists like, single was alright, song was alright, not listening to no whole album. You're not generating enough buzz like that. The music biz, the streams, it's like, the song that I seen a little clip for on Instagram, when you're doing a little freestyle video too, I like that, so I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna play it. It's not like the CD, the cassette. It's not consumed in that way no more. So act like we have to reimagine how the fans is consuming the music, and just think about your own personal life. How do you consume your music? You on Tidal, like I am, still ain't quit. Y'all know I said I was since Hov sold his shares and all that. You on Apple, you on Spotify, which I never was, or whatever. You on SoundCloud, you know, you a member, you paying some type of service just to stream the music, but you don't own it, it's not yours. And the artist is getting raped and jerked too. We'll be raking you. I'm gonna get you the Honda Civic, put some rims on it. So they're not even eating the way they're supposed to, and music is not consumed that way. So we need to be rethinking that, how we consume the music. Let's get to this other wild, crazy topic. You know what I mean? I want to speak about it, and I don't really want to give light and coverage to this shit. I really don't. We don't run from no topics, and we not homophobe. We ain't with none of that. Like 50 Cent, he said, I read somewhere, I'm homophobic shit. Go to the hood. It's mad niggas on my dick. Like, you know what I mean? On that Massacre album, it's mad niggas on my dick, right? Porzolini. For the niggas that play the pause game, Porzolini. But anyway, it's a viral video. They make it go viral. Of this black brother. He with the alternative lifestyle. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up, I didn't get triggered, but I wasn't surprised. And if you watch my content, you watch my channel, you know one of my sayings is, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed that the comments was the way they was, right? So anyway, we're going to give this dude a little bit of shine. He is of the alternative lifestyle. Y'all might have seen the video. And he talking about how he had 3.5, he had 1.5 to 3 years. He ended up doing the whole 3 years because he was having so much fun in prison, and whole bunch of down low brothers, which it is, whole bunch of brothers that didn't know they was about that life end up being about that life. But I want to really address the women in the comments. But first, let's listen to what this brother had to say in his experience of being locked up. I don't know if he was in New York, Canada, LA, you know, wherever he was at. Man, I don't know where he was at. But I know he had a good time in prison, and this is what we're dealing with, y'all.
So much fun that I ended up doing a whole 3 years. Don't quote me on it being fun, because I'm supposed to never ever say it. My mom actually told me never ever say it. Now I'm saying it in the interview. I enjoyed it. Like, I know that it's not, like, normal for somebody to say they enjoy being in prison or jail, but I enjoyed it. Imagine going to, like, Disneyland. Like, imagine, like, we be seeing all these men, like, on the streets or in the hood or, like, blah, blah, and they're just not accessible because there's bad out here. Why guys don't want to, because there's some bad out there and they like pussy, but they ain't going to, but imagine these fine asses behind bars, never able to even smell the scent of some pussy, but all they get is your pussy. Okay, comments. And so that's honestly what made it fun for me. Like, I really, like, I milked it for all it was worth. I was only supposed to do a year and a half, but I ended up doing a whole 3 years, and I was getting down silly by the finest. Like, oh my!
Were you forced to be sober there too?
No, I was a bad bitch in prison. Like, prison was like fun. I was, the hottest and the most powerful in there. So yeah, they were bringing in like weed, cell phones, all that shit, and I would get a piece because my throw game is silly. So I give it his neck, and he would give me his left.
A few things. It's a lot to unpack there. Porzolini. I don't play that game, but I just recently started saying Porzolini. You know, my uncle, he like my brother. He asked me, you know, he was saying Porzolini. I had never heard of it, so I just started fucking around and running with it. I don't play the game. I think it's, you know, it's a little corny. You know what I mean? But I understand the young brothers. Who just got fined for that? LaMelo Ball, after the game, he like, yo, pause. No, he said, no homo, right? And they fined him $100,000. You know what I mean? Should he got fined $100,000? I don't think so, but he ain't have to say, you know, no homo, right? Like, I mean, you're a straight guy. Teach his own, right? But back to this brother, you know what I mean? Lost and turned out. Again, you know, you could live how you want to live, and like Ghost and Ray on the Purple Tape, you're going to come out in your own way. I got family members that's alternative lifestyle. I don't judge them. I don't agree, but I don't judge them because only the Most High could do that. And when it's our time to go, we all going to be judged. So I won't, you know, sit on a high horse like, yo, woo, 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 now off the camera. And in the personal life, I may say, yo, you shouldn't be living like this, and this is why I think that. But I'm not forcing my beliefs on you, and I'm not looking at you. Still could ring my phone, you still could come to the crib, you still, you know what I mean, could come over, etc. and stuff like that. I love my friends and family who are part of that lifestyle. Now that that's out the way, right? Now also, now I've been to prison. Not an angel. Been to prison a few times. It's definitely this going on. Not people staying extra time like he said he did. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's cat. But it's definitely that going on with people that got life, with people that don't got life, right? And you say, damn, I don't fuck with it, I don't rock with it, I don't condone it. But a nigga been in here 20 years, I maybe can understand or maybe see the psyche of somebody that's indulging in that, right? Not when I was in the mediums and you see people that go on to visit with their girls like I have, going to visit with their wife like I have. Then you come back to the dorm and you rocking with one of the lizards, as we would call them, or the transformers, right? The alternate style lifestyle. You say, damn, I just was on a visit with my girl. You just was on a visit with your wife. You just came off a trailer with your wife. Now you back in the dorm and you're doing funny business with one of the jump offs. So this is what goes on. So it's no I'm not shocked and amazed when I hear stuff like this. And he's like, yo, some of the most powerful guys. And I guess what he mean by that is maybe some of the gang niggas, some of the blood niggas, some of the king and the nietas, right? But the only reason why I wanted to talk about it is to say, not that what he's saying is not true. That's his truth. He living in it. If he stayed longer, because some people in the comments was like, well, how he stay longer? You get in trouble, you get a couple of tickets, you know, you smoke weed, you get caught, you have dirty urines, you do shit to push your time back or to make you max out. So you got a 1 and 3, you know, but I do shit to, so when that 1 year and 18, when that year and 18 months come up, or the 18 months come up, year and a half, and they look at my record and say, yeah, well, you got this on your record, you was doing this, you went to the box a few times, you got a tier 3, you was involved in this. So we're going to take some good time from you. We recommend that you stay to this time. It's times like that. Or it's people that go to the board or they deny the board. Like, you know what? I only got 8 months on. If they let me go, I'm only going to have 8 months on parole. I don't really want to be a prisoner to being on parole still. So you know what? I'm going to just do my time. Fuck the board. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you start doing shit like that type of attitude. So Frenchy entertainment, what's the word? And then they end up hitting you. So let's get that out the way. Then you got down low brothers again that's married, got girls, and they still fucking with the, you know, the lizards and, you know, the homosexuals and all. You have that. So we can't be naive to that. I done seen it, right, with my own eyes. But the only reason why I want to bring it up, and I'm bringing light to it, is because I don't think this is the original post that I seen. I want to make sure the comments is what I was looking at. How you get it out of vanish mode? There we go. I think we got it out of vanish mode. Comments was wild. Hey, this is the one I wanted to see with the comments.
Like weed, cell phones.
So the ladies is going crazy in the comments, right? And I'm not surprised when you put the beat on, but it is disheartening, right? Because my thing is this, like, we know the alternative lifestyle goes on in the men prison and definitely in the women prison like crazy. But where's the defending the honor of your family members and your friends, your sister, your cousin? A lot of the women is like, y'all females putting money on the books so they can spoil these niggas, right? He could have kept that to a self button. So if you're wondering why your homie, cousin, brother, etc. keeps getting flopped, aka I didn't know what flopped mean, aka in trouble and adding more time on his sentence, this is the reason. And this is how HIV is spread. Every day we getting on this app and straight further and further away from God. The white dude looked like he want to go. He was riding all those rides at Disneyland. And this is why I say if he keep going back, he going back for a reason. My husband, he told me the horror stories and the sad. So I won't read all the comments, but a lot of them have the same sentiment. that this is what your cousins and your brothers and your little your nephews, etc. This is what they doing. I ain't hardly read no comments that say, yeah, this probably goes on, but my brother ain't like that. My cousin ain't like that. My little nephew ain't like that. My husband wasn't like that. Just a whole bunch of women. Like, it's almost like y'all want niggas to be gay. You want niggas to be down low. You want niggas to be zesty and have that, in them so you can hold that over them. Like, yeah, you ain't no real man. You down low. You was fucking a nigga like that in there. Like, where y'all get off at? And I brought up the sisters in the women prison, because if this was a female saying this, I'd be in the comments like, yeah, I've been on the bus with female joints going to court. That's the only way you're really going to see the females. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not in the same prison as them. You hear the stories, etc. My sister ain't no lesbian. She ain't letting no joint this. She ain't staying longer to partake in this. My little cousins ain't like this. Like, it's no defending. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, it's no honor. It's almost just like you just succumb to the fuckery and you can't wait to not bash men, but it's like every comment like, yeah, girl, because if he going back and he's doing this, wonder why he keep going to prison. Nah, that's not why he keep going to prison. He going to prison because he keep breaking the law. And you hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that. I don't care. You keep breaking the law because you caught in the cycle. You ain't find a way out of the matrix, so you keep going back to prison. You on parole. You on probation. So any little thing you do, young thug, they got you. Get over here and you come serve your time with us. You ain't going because you want to be down low. It's out here. You ain't got to go to prison to fuck no man. There's plenty of men and transies and people of that lifestyle that's out here that you could partake in. But when you just see comment after comment, women after women, yeah, I knew that's why he was like that. And, someone says sent to the hole to give up more holes. Princess treatment in prison is crazy. And women out here holding men down while they locked up whole time. They laid up with niggas like this. Listen, he's just the first to admit. Pay attention, ladies. Like, everybody in prison is on that type of vibe. That's not true. It's not true at all. I wasn't, and there's plenty of people that wasn't. You can beat your dick. You can look at the magazines. You can get trailers. There's plenty of things you can do besides that. And people like, yeah, I knew a nigga couldn't be celibate for 8 years. No, yes you can. Yes you can. Everybody not doing this. Some are. Got to keep it a buck. Got to keep it real on the channel. But everybody's not doing this. But the picture that's painted, so this is why niggas continue to do dumb shit and keep going to prison? Come on, ladies. You just projecting and you want niggas to be gay. You want niggas to be down low and rocking with that type of lifestyle. And my question is, why? Why do you want men to be like this? So you can say you was right the whole time? And it's disheartening. I get it. I'm going to live. I'm going to wake up. The sun will shine tomorrow. I'm not accused, though. I never was part of that. So it don't really affect me. That's like when you read in the comments, it's disheartening, but I get over it. But the point is like, so many comments. This what niggas is doing. This what niggas been doing. This why ladies, you know what I mean? You got to watch it, and you do got to watch. Again, I just told y'all, I done been in prison with a nigga on a visit, trailers. So you getting buns from your wife. Then you come back, and you dealing with your jail life. I've seen it, so I'm not naive. I'm not going to play the fool and act like I didn't see the shit. Being in the Maxes, and I've been in a few Maxes. Elmira, Comstock, Attica, you know what I mean? Auburn, Greenhaven, a lot of spots, right? You see it. Been in mediums, niggas is walking holding hands. Niggas is setting up blankets and all because the jail don't do nothing. As long as they don't catch you doing no intercourse, they don't stop you. Niggas got the fucking blankets laid out in the yard, and this shit is disgusting. You know what I mean? As a person as myself, right? You walk in the yard, you working out, you see niggas looking crazy, shit crazy. But that is the reality. That's absolutely the reality. But it's not everybody. Men is mentally strong. Men is really men is standing on business and not subjecting themselves to that or even thinking about that, no matter how many years they got in. No matter how many years they got in. But when you look at the comments, it's like, believe him, because baby, I was a nigga date. Baby, the nigga I was dating went and started getting weird. Vibes. Diddy is in Disneyland. Like, you can just scroll through the comments and see that the women is they happy that some men is, you know, weak-minded and falling and subjecting themselves to this. You know, I just thought that was a little weird. You know what I mean? What else we got on the slate before we get to this football shit? Let's talk about Dame Dash real quick, right? Dame, his auction passed. He had the auction finally, not for the Rockefeller chain. I don't think nobody brought the chain, but for the stakes and the you know, the stakes that he owned in Rockefeller. Reasonable doubts or whatever, right? And I fuck with Dame, y'all know that. He ain't perfect, none of us is. He got his ways like we all got our ways. It is what it is, right? Take the good with the bad and you get rid of the rest of the shit. So anyway, on his channel, American New, he spoke about the auction. How he just got like 1.5 million, something like that up front. And he was like, you know, I was getting 100,000 a year, you know, per year or whatever off of it. So it was like they just paid me for the years in advance. But he said, Hove didn't come, which I didn't think he was gonna come, Dame. Like, honestly, like, y'all don't fuck with each other. You constantly online talking. He never talks, so it seems. I know he do shit behind the office. I'm not naive that I'm sure he be doing shit behind the office. I'm sure he give off that vibe. You know what I mean? Despite what y'all may think of him. And I got Hove as number 2, so I fuck with Hove, and I quote him all the time on the channel. He ain't come. The state showed up. They divvied it out. It's in the past now. He like, I'm ready to move on, etc. But he was like, I was surprised that, you know, a lot of people didn't show, and he kind of spent it on some people don't really got love for Hove. And I'll say maybe, you know, with the Kamala endorsement and, you know, in light of the Diddy list and, you know, him not really coming out saying nothing and people making little allegations, little innuendos about him, keeping a low profile, was out the country, etc. Who gonna really show up as a big mob to, you know, be on some, you know, we love and we support Jay-Z and we want his, you know, his shares in the company for the next, you know, whatever he is, 60 years or whatever it is, right? I hope that he let it be now. I think he was kind of alluding to that on some now that it's in the past. We ain't got to talk about it because, you know, people always be like, yo, Dame always talking about Hov. He always talking about shit from 20 years ago, Aaliyah, etc., etc. And he like, yo, this is my life. You know what I mean? Certain things is going on. Like, this is my stake in the company, so why would I not talk about it? This is stuff that's going on in real time right now. So y'all just online, you swiping left, you swiping right, you scrolling up and down, and you see people with the, you know, the clickbait and the titles. Yeah, Dame talking about Hov again, and Dame can't let it go. This shit happened 20 years ago. Woo, 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 and Nah, it's like, this is going on right now. For the last 3 years, we've been in court. For the last 2 years, I've been trying to get a meeting, or I'm trying to sell my stakes, or this is going on. And again, I'm not saying he's perfect. I don't, you know him on a personal level, and we was doing business together. And, you know, in light of that, you hear Nori, you know what I mean? Now we on the Run, Eat, and Drink champs. He responded back to Dame like, y'all never got paid for none of the movies I did or little songs that I wrote. You supposed to be a CEO, etc. Because Dame was, you know, got a couple of videos with him taking a couple of jabs at Nori. Like, yo, why you blowing candles out, my guy? When Diddy came out with the birthday cake and you was looking a little funny in the face, Queens guy, Queens representative, and he was. Same thing with Fab. And although you dropping a lot of mixtapes and your shit is fire, Fab, looking at that video, like, we partied already. Can never look at you the same. And I'm not even saying anything happened. I'm just saying that video looked crazy, crazy, shit crazy. And it's not the days of old where you gotta wait for the Word Up magazine, you gotta wait for a Vibe article and your favorite artist to talk and get some type of words and interaction from your favorite artist. All you gotta do is go online now and look and see different shit going on, and you see that type of shit, like, nah, nigga, not you from Brooklyn sitting there like, we partied already, what do you mean we partied? That shit look crazy. And it's like, he pressing you. Or it even look like he pressing you when you ain't checked that nigga like, bro, the fuck you mean, my nigga? Why are you even talking like that? Because that's what I would have did. Boogeyman and no boogeyman. That's what I would have did. And nobody owns me. Some Denzel like Pepsi, and nobody owns me. For American Gangster, nobody owns me. So I'm going to say what I need to say, and I'm going to address you as I need to address you. But Noriega, like, yo, see you throwing the little shots. And you talking about, was something in them drinks when we was at Drink Champs. And I get it. Maybe a little low blow because Dame, it is called Drink Champs. And I know they was funded by or sponsored by Revolt, and that was Diddy, and so Ciroc was heavy on the table, and the aces of spade and all that. But it is like hardcore questions or take a shot. You know what I mean? Hardcore question or take a shot. That's what it's about. So you went on there knowingly, can't give you the pass for that one, but the cake blowing out and the candle part, and the way he was like looking at Diddy, then he kind of like he didn't want to do it. You could tell he didn't want to do it, but he still was like, still had to blow the candles out, pour Zellini, and just look a little suspect. So I guess not only Diddy, but other people got a right to ask, like, my God, what's up? You know what I mean? Any funny business going on? Why you ain't saying nothing? Why this nigga locked up? And he was like your boss, or his platform was over. You was under him. Or some Dog Corleone shit. You under us now. But back to Dame, I hope he move on. You know what I mean? Like he said, we don't got to hear about it no more. It's in the past. He got his little money. Hope he come out with his chain, with his motherfucking socks on, and represent like he been representing, and do what he need to do. Not that he not doing it now, but a lot of people down on Dame. They kick you when you down. And despite what you think of his being down or him being up, he's still doing better than a lot of us. Still doing it better than a lot of us on our best days. So you could view it how you want to view it, but he's still doing good. So that's with that. Any more quick topics that we got? What else we got? Let's talk about this last shit. Keke Palmer, she was on the Shannon Sharp show, and then we're gonna get to the picks. We're gonna get the Sunday Funday. Do I got the video on Keke Palmer? Do I got the video of Keke Palmer? Go back to the top. Keke Palmer. Talking about maybe it's on Instagram. Maybe I saved it on Instagram, I think. I think I did save it on Instagram. Actually, two more things. Got time today. Two more things.
And he says, I was ushering her a good time.
Usher, baby.
I love the play on words.
Keke, did you ever think that moment would be as viral as it was?
No. I mean, I thought I looked good, but I was like,
I mean, hey, we talk about the boy. They got, because they already go kill. They already go busy.
I did not expect that at all. I feel like everybody went to the concert and he did kind of like a little moment with Issa, Taraji. Everybody did that. So I wasn't sure why mine was just so gagged.
You do know why. You was all into it. You were having a good time.
Well, what else was I supposed to do?
Not have a good time. And then, look what you had on, Keke.
So, it's so funny. I was talking to my girlfriend right before we left. That's why this is also funny in that regard. I was like, girl, do you think it's good in the back? Is it too much?
Yes.
She said, girl, you look fabulous. That's just her laughing in the back right now. She said, I think you look fabulous. So I didn't think much about the look either. And at the concert, I'll be honest with you, Usher to me, he's one of those people that do everything. Mm-hmm. And he tells a story. He's kind of theatrical. He kind of puts a little bit of Fred Astaire, but he makes it real hip hop. Mm-hmm. So when I think maybe I actually have forgotten.
That you was at a concert or
that he was that good. Because when I seen everything he was doing, I just was like a natural fan, loving it and enjoying the show. I did not think it would be what it was.
You Keke Palmer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, maybe I don't know that. I do think people sometimes think celebrities have like some intergalactic world and we're just all connected, but I don't know that man no more than I knew Dick Cheney.
Right.
He's just, he just ushered me like he ushered all of us. Yeah. And I'm just a fan at the show,
But it caused some in your household.
It caused
an issue.
In your household.
You smooth that out?
You know,
Kiki! Kiki, first of all, if you're not Kiki Palmer, let's just say you're Jane Smith.
Yeah.
You don't have a man, you don't have a child. Okay, look at Jane Smith doing it. But you're Kiki Palmer, you do have, and you just had a child. I mean, what, a couple of months old?
I think the thing is, if I thought that it was crazy or wrong, I wouldn't have done it. In my mind, I'm just a girl at a concert enjoying it with me. I'm taking my coworkers out. We're celebrating Key TV. I'm just thinking about having a good time. I'm not thinking about how this is going to look or what, and it was just really a surprise to me. I know that sounds crazy, but I genuinely did not expect it to become this thing. But
all right, so it's a lot to unpack there, right? First, we like Keke Palmer. Obviously, I think she's attractive. Acting, she a good actor. She ain't A-list to me, but we fuck with Keke. But the main thing, she ain't think nothing was wrong. She said, if I thought something was wrong, then I wouldn't have done it. So it's that lack of respect for your husband or your baby daddy, right? And they back together, so let's be clear. For the ladies in the back, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? All y'all was like, he under her. That's her baby daddy, but he under her. Woman was, cheering her on, bigging her up, putting her up here for financial. Obviously, she got more money than him. And I think he was worth like $1 million, a trainer or whatever he is. That's a lot. A lot of people don't got $1 million, not even net worth, right? Even though she worth more than that. She still went back to that nigga. She's still with that nigga now. It's not his insecurities. He like, yo, she a whole husband and a mom. And that's a whole man rubbing his wood on your butt. And you're doing it for the world. See, it's one thing to do it, at a strip club. You in Vegas, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Even though niggas be with the cameras and shit. And I done told y'all, I done been out plenty of times with the fellas. I know they ladies, I know they situations, and you be in your vibe with the phone doing the 360, and oh shit, you catch your man in the back, like you're jingling, baby, go ahead, baby. You're jingling, baby, go ahead, baby, like Uncle L, Future the Funk, and you gotta delete the video. You can never put the video up because they rapping to a joint, they doing X, Y, you don't want to put it out there. You don't want to put the evidence out there against yourself, right? And this thing here is like, yo, you Keke Palmer, like I said, if you was just Jane Blaine, it wouldn't have mattered. Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have batted an eye. But you are a celebrity. You are representing yourself. You are not just representing your first name, but you representing your last name on some Dame Dash shit like the last topic. You have to be conscious of that. You have to be mindful of that. A lot of people are not. No shame, no nothing, no, it's no hiding. I'm unapologetically me, Angel Reese. You just doing what the fuck you want to do with no regards. And it's like, bro, you're not on the beach. Beach is a little appropriate. Because people shouldn't be really filming. There might be some pervs in the house, you know what I mean? Filming ladies on the beach, especially if it's a nude beach. But you on the beach, so that's appropriate. Your whole ass, I didn't even know you got the black sheer shit on. That's some bedroom shit. That's some step out on some cat woman. Like, oh, you cat woman? Or some motherfucking Ghostface shit feeling like Catwoman in here, and I'm about to Batman your ass. Like, you know what I mean? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm about to Batman your ass when you step out the room like, hi, baby. You like me in this? Oh, I love you in that. About to eat you up like a snacking tin. That's not for Usher. That's not for everybody else, but I get it. In the modern world, and in a lot of women's minds, dressing like that is acceptable. A woman that has more modesty, has a little more chastity to them, if that's the right word, they ain't coming out like that. Because that's for their man. They don't want everybody to see their ass like that. They brother, if you want the internet, not to say your brother and your cousin should be looking at it, but if it's online and you follow and you scroll, oh shit, my sister got a whole ass out on the beach. That's not for you. It's not for everybody to see. Get it? You're not married. You don't value marriage. And they not married. That's just a baby daddy. You know what I mean? But she back with him. She ain't get nobody higher than him. She got right what she qualified for. Somebody lesser than her, according to the women. But I just really point out that Kevin Samuels, that is, rest in peace, right? The godfather of the internet, of YouTube. I ain't really pay attention to it because, like, I'm a man. I always had a situation. I ain't really worrying about too much what women do. We gonna talk about it sometimes because it's relevant, etc. But not really. Like, it don't really move me in my life one way or another. I'm a little more conscious of it now that stuff is out there for public consumption. But I never really paid attention to single women keeping other women single. I never really paid attention to that. It's like, no, that's just women being women. They echo chambers. That's how they give it up. That's how they move. She listening to her cousin. She listening to her sister. She listening to her friend. That's her best friend. She advising her. I never really looked at it like, damn, yeah, she's single and she's single. Well, she had a man and she was single, but she ended up breaking up because she was listening to her single friend. I never viewed it like that. Now that certain things is to the forefront, I'm a little more aware of it. Now I kind of look at it, I may hear a cousin or two or one of my female friends, or you may overhear, or you see shit online like that, no accountability, and you hear what her friend, so she asked her friend instead of asking her husband. Now maybe he wasn't there, but it is FaceTime. She like, how I look? Is it a little too much? Her friend like, nah, you look good, girl. You about to kill these bitches. That's how her friend probably thought. Like, we about to go and style on all these bitches at the concert. All right, cool. But your husband thought it was inappropriate. And if you would have asked him prior to you leaving the house, that tweet wouldn't have came. That moment wouldn't have happened. Because he would have been like, nah, babe, you look good, but that's for me in the house. I don't want you going out like that. Now, again, I get it. You met her at the strip club. She had some scampy shit on. Other niggas was smacking her ass, pouring drinks off her ass and gobbling it up. You met her like that. She ain't changing. And you could try to change her. But once a good girl going bad, she's going forever. Mourn forever. Shit, I gotta live with the fact I did you wrong forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't changing that unless you want to change. That's different. Like, nigga, I met you. I was a hoe. Mama was a hoe. I was weekend pussy. I had you to keep the nigga. It didn't work, but he a good nigga. Because he take care of his real family. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And that's a skit off the Chronic 2001 album with Eddie Griffin. The old keeper nigga baby. If you met her outside selling pussy, then it ain't no excuse, my nigga. Like, yo, I met you. You know, I was just came from sucking off John. I got with you. You wifed me up, trying to make a whole housewife. How you gonna be mad that I'm going to suck off John again, or I'm coming outside with the fishnets on? You can't be mad. But if I didn't meet you like that, and there was some type of level of accountability, some respectability for yourself, for me as your man, your partner, your counterpart, you listening to your friend, and your friend told you wrong, and look what happened. A lot of women in the comments, I ain't gonna read them. They're like, yeah, he was insecure. There was nothing wrong with what she did. She had just had the baby, so that's why she was having fun. No, nobody never said you can't have fun. Nobody said that you as an entertainer and Usher's an entertainer. Great, what up? You can't partake in having fun. But, you know, it's for the world to see a nigga putting this wood on your ass. That's what we're talking about. And you got, and then again, your whole ass is out. So this dick is on your cheeks, even though it's through a sheer, you know, material. Dick is still on your cheeks. Like it, love it, dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. He's still a man. Who's to say he ain't get hard? I know I am when I'm in the club grinding. I know that's what happens with most people. When you're doing sexual gyrating acts in the club, a nigga dick gonna get hard. Grinding on your ass. Especially if you got a fat, big old ass. And you grinding it back. You know what I mean? Like what you expect to happen. That's what's gonna happen. Some women don't even partake in that. When I met my 35th birthday, BB King's, Lala Anthony, you know what I mean? When she was Camelo wife, try to take a little picture with her and all that. Black Minx, what's the word? Try to take a picture with her. I was with my lady. You know what I mean? We were celebrating. Charlamagne was in there. We brought bottles. We had a good night. We was turning up crazy. Shout out to Ty Boogie on the ones and twos and all that. Had a great night, right? 35th birthday, we was turning up. And I go try to take a picture with her and shit. And she dubbed my shit, curved me like, oh no, I don't take pictures with men. I don't take it. My lady ended up taking a picture with her. Like, no, I don't take pictures with men. Because I respect my husband. And my husband is, even though he cheated and he may got the stripper pregnant or whatever he did, she was like, nah, nigga. I don't want to be online with mad different niggas posting me up, hugging me on my side. You know, nigga, when you take a picture, I'm hugging the side. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. When I met mad people, because I used to be out and about. I ain't on that vibe no more. I don't really care to do that. But at one point in time, a nigga definitely was outside with some of your favorites. The straight stuntings, your porn stars, your celebrities, your housewives and loving hip hop and all that shit. Now, I'm holding you by the waist. Yeah, we taking this picture. And not like to be funny, but as a man, where I'm going to hold you at? I'm going to hold you over your shoulder, or I'm going to hold you by your waist. So how are we taking this picture? They could be spun and spent different ways, but to avoid all that, Lala like, nah, nigga, I'm taking a picture with I'll take a picture with your wife or your lady. I'm not taking a picture with you. So what's the difference? We rocking with Lala on that, or we rocking with Kiki with her dancing and doing all, putting her whole ass cheeks on Usher? It's all on your level of modesty, chastity, and where do you view the self-respect? Because my self-respect for myself may be different from you, and that's where we differ at. A lot of women, you know, y'all could not like what I'm gonna say, but a lot of women have low self-respect for themselves. And they mind, they don't think that though. They think they crushing, they a baddie, they killing, come out with the whole splitting their ass cheeks like niggas is looking like, damn, like shorty could get it. They fucking you mentally all type of ways, and I get it. You don't know, you don't care, but this is what they're doing. And some of y'all know that that's what they're doing. That's why you come out like that. And then some women will be like, oh, nah, my ex-wife, she would never do no shit like that. Never. Like, nah, nigga. Not that I'm all strictly for you, like I'm up here, but just self-respect for herself and her family, her last name. Like, I'm never coming outside like that. Never coming out with a bonnet on my head. My ex, when she wasn't with none of that shit, like, nah, I'm not coming out with a bonnet on my head. That's how she was giving it up. You know what I mean? And some of y'all come out with a bonnet, with some pajamas. You're going to come out with your whole ass cheeks split so everybody can see. And some women ain't coming out like that. That's just the reality. Some women got more self-respect than others. Just like some men got more self-respect than others. When you look at how they wear their pants, because you could say that's just a quick analogy. It may not be the same completely, but it's close. Young kids or even grown men in their 40s, late 30s, you got your pants hanging down, niggas can see your boxes. You looking like a clown in the bozo in my eyes, because I've been off that way. We graduated from that. Like, nigga, you still wearing your pants all the way down, niggas seeing your dingy, dirty, funky ass drawers. You playing yourself. We don't want to see that, and you look foolish. Women, do you agree with that or you don't agree? Or you think that's cool and that got your box wet, nigga wearing his pants hanging down, you know, nigga got the bandana on. You know what I mean? Like what Lloyd Banks said, you got a bandana on, all I sing is a handkerchief, nigga. You ain't gangster because you got a bandana tied to the side. Or you think that make you look gangster, but all I see is a handkerchief. That's it. I don't see no thug or no gangster. You got your pants hanging down, you look foolish. Especially if you of a certain age. Well, what chicks say with a nigga, the no fugazi nigga, right? The Dave Coolio, when they was getting at him, he got the braids in his hair. They like, yo, you disqualified. You in your 30s wearing braids? Okay, so if you a certain type of woman in a certain age, if you doing certain type of behaviors, you're disqualified. It works both ways. Can't get around it. This is the last quick thing I want to do. I was supposed to do this on the last topic, but I forgot. And then we're going to get to the picks. Let me get to this real quick. Because when I edit this, I'll add this in, so I got to do it. Because of my show, I usually go live and talk long and talk crazy, so I could chop it up into different, little videos. But in the good book, in the story of Yusuf, right? Yusuf is a prophet, son of Jacob. Jacob was a prophet. And Yusuf had the ability to interpret the dreams, right, of other people. Miss Green Grow, what's the word? He had the ability to interpret dreams and tell people their interpretations of their dreams, right? Handsome man. I never seen him, but according to the scriptures, the Bible and the Quran, which I'm going to read from. And this is going back to the ladies and the homosexual guy talking about he stayed in prison and all that. He was a worker of the prince of the Aziz, or like the king of Egypt. And the king of Egypt wife wanted Yusuf. He looked good. He was desirable. I don't know her age, but obviously she was a little older. Looking at the young tender Yusuf like, damn, this nigga could get it. This nigga looking like a young Mike Jack or whoever you think look good far as ladies, a young Denzel or a young Morris Chestnut or whoever you think look good, right? Whoever you think look good. And she tried to seduce him. She tried to get him to bust her cheeks down. He was a man of God. He was a man of morals, values, and principles. He respected his, Aziz, and that's the word I'm using, but, the king, who brought him in, gave him a position, looked out for him. You're like, damn, you know what I mean? Your wife wants she on my body. Yeah, I could booty clapping sounds and bust her cheeks down, but I don't want to. And so what happened was, she got caught trying to seduce him. The king came in like, yo, what's going on in here? And on some slick Rick shit, I know y'all niggas just ain't finished fucking. Like, the fuck is you doing with my girl? On some this was the moment I feared type shit. One of the best albums in hip hop, The Greatest Adventures of Slick Rick. This was the moment I feared. And they called the council, and the council like, listen, if his shirt was ripped from the front, then that means he was trying to have sex with her. If his shirt was ripped from the back, that means he was trying to get away from her. And that means she was trying to seduce him. So what happened is, just like in today's time, it's like a Savannah Jones, right? LeBron James' wife, or, the president wife, or Beyonce. Let's use Beyonce. Even though I ain't gonna make her a topic. I got time in it. I can make her a topic, but I'm not. She the queen bee, right? And I fuck with Beyonce. I like her music, obviously. Not all of it. But she is the queen, right? So let's just imagine that she had like a pool cleaner nigga or some house nigga, right? That looked handsome. Chest on swole, six pack. You know what I mean? Whatever your desire is, lady. I don't know what y'all think is attractive. I think I'm handsome, right? She tried to get at him. He turned her down. Like, nah, Beyonce, I'm good. Like, know what I mean? I believe in the Most High. I know who your husband is. I respect your husband. He gave me employment. He paying my checks. He helping me take care of my family. I'm not going to bust your cheeks and skeet all over your butt. I'm not going to do that today, right? Chill. She like, nah, nigga. I'm the queen of this whole fucking shit. You're going to do what I say or you going to prison. That's the only reason why I'm going to bring this up. So, word get around. Now, Kelly Rowland, other people, Rihanna, other people here like, damn, yo, Beyonce was really going hard body for the pool, nigga? She trying to fuck the hell? So your image look bad. And this is what the queen did for the people that was talking down on her. She had a banquet. She had a big gathering. And gave everybody like bread and, big banquet shit. Gave everybody sharp knives to cut their bread. And right when they was getting ready to cut their bread and all that, she calls Yusuf out. Like, Yusuf, come out. And when he came out, all of the women cut their hand because how, amazed or enthralled that they was of his handsomeness, of his beauty, of, how he looked. And she like, yeah, this is the nigga that I want to seduce and I want to get my body. And this is y'all making fun of me, but y'all see how he look. Y'all see who he is, that y'all cut your own hand. So I say that, I bring that just to talk about the last topic. Then we're going to get to the football. And Yusuf said, he said, if the women in the city is like this, he's talking to the Most High now. He's like, listen, if the women in the city is like this and they all on my body, just imagine you as a fly young man. You got all of the tools. You don't even need the tools. Your teeth is pearly white. You got the cheek, the jawline, or whatever you think is handsome. You got the shape up. You got the bronze skin or the light skin bitches is on your body. And you like, you know what? I'm a chase type of guy. I believe in the Most High. I don't want to just have sex with any bitch, with any woman. Send me to prison. Put me in a dungeon. Because these women out here is crazy. That's what he did. And he went to prison for like 7 years. So I'm bringing back up the gay guy for women in the comments that's like, who goes to prison and you got to be down low, you got to be this, you got to be that. Nah, not everybody's like that. Some people have self-restraint. Some people have self-discipline. Some people got self-respect. They got modesty. They got chastity. They have respect for their last name, not just their first name. They know that when they step out on the street, their drawers is clean, their pants is pulled up, their teeth is brushed, their hair is combed, they smell good because they're not just representing themselves, they representing their last name. He's like, yo, put me in prison. And it's not like the prison of today, obviously. It's a dungeon. In the dungeon with other motherfuckers like, nah, if the women is like this, send me to prison. And just think about that. The time that we in now in 2024 as opposed to 480 AD, 400 AD, 315 AD. You in the years ago. Handsome, fly young nigga like, nah, put me in prison. Because the queen and these other bitches, these other old school bitches is on my body. And they going to have me succumb to some shit I don't want to be succumbed to or subjected to. Just think about that. That's something to think about. With that said, let's get to the NFL. Week 12. Then we out of here. I could have talked about a few more topics, but we've been on here for quite some time, and I want to get out of here. You know what I mean? Where we at? Real quick recap. Last week, week 11, 12 games on the slate. We went 7-5, so we got a winning record. And out of the locks, not from Yonkers, we went 3-3. So we didn't win no money. We didn't lose no money. Hopefully, we win money this week. Keep in mind, I do NBA picks every day. Matter of fact, let me check the schedule. Man, fucking the Clippers is still winning. Dallas is winning. That's good. Had the Clippers 1 pick. They down 12. Had Dallas 1 pick. Had Houston 1 pick. Had Indiana 1 pick. Looked like we might go 2-2 out of the locks. I ain't going to be mad at that. At least it won't be no money loss. A lot of underdogs today. I ain't going to lie. No, a lot of underdogs in favor. We get to that in a minute, though. Let's get to Sunday Fun Day. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 games on the slate. First game, we got Kansas City Chiefs out on the road at Carolina Panthers. Chiefs coming up their first loss for the season. We had the Buffalo Bills last week. That was a good look. 1 pick. Yeah, kid, that feeling. Did the Carolina win last week? Did they win or did they lose? They was on the bye, but they did beat the Giants. Damn shit, quiet as cat. Carolina won 2 in a row. They beat the Saints, beat my bum-ass New York Giants, who just got rid of Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones. Do you ever think about when you out of here, your record deal, video out of here, your Mercedes-Benz and your Range Rover out of here? They don't want to pay him the money, but they're going to be on the books for $22 million next year. They had to buy. Now they at home. I like Kansas City. I can't bet with the Carolina Panthers. 11 is a lot. The public is on Kansas City. I'm on Kansas City too. It's Kansas City or it's pass for me. Next game, Minnesota Vikings out on the road, giving 3.5 to Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, they've been on the free fall. They lost their last 4 games coming off the bye. You would think, damn, coming off the bye, you probably would be doing better than what you have been doing. Caleb Williams, you looking bad. I like Minnesota. The public is on Minnesota money line. The public is on Chicago with the 3.5, 55%. Did they play already this year? Let me just take a quick look. They didn't. They will be playing in Week 15 at the Vikings, but now they at Chicago. I like Minnesota. Next game, Tennessee Titans out on the road at Houston Texans. Houston Texans giving 7.5, just coming off that ass whipping, beating the Dallas Cowboys. I really don't see no reason to doubt Houston. Houston, the public is on them 67%. Did they play already this year? And I'm looking at this in real time. I really didn't get a chance to study. So it's possible that these picks could change tomorrow or when Sunday come, and then I have to put up a short or a video saying I changed my picks. But right now, they didn't play yet. Where we at? Houston Texans. This is going to be their first game, and then they play again the last game of the season. I like Texans. They at home. They should win. They don't really be covering the spread. They did cover last week, but I'm going to go with Houston. I think they could win and cover the spread. Next game, Detroit Lions out on the road at Indianapolis Colts. Colts getting 7.5. Anthony Rich is coming off that win over Aaron Rodgers. Like, now I mean, it's New York. Aaron Rodgers, you did it and done. They fired the GM. You may not be in the NFL next year. And we said this. After like the 7th week or the 8th week, maybe it was the 6th, 7th, or 8th week, we got put up on the game. Let me put you on the game. First, I kept capping for the Jets like they're going to figure it out. They got a good defense. They got Aaron Rodgers. Then, after that, the Pat McAfee shit, where it was like, we're not going to have him on the show no more, but then we're going to have him on the show. He had this shit with Jimmy Kimmel, the vaccine, in the dark. I'm like, you know what? Aaron Rodgers is an asshole. I'm using that loosely. I'm like, he keep coming out saying shit, etc. They're going to make an example out of him. And y'all know I believe sports is scripted and rigged. Definitely football is scripted and rigged. I'm like, I thought he would maybe make the playoffs, maybe have a chance to compete for the Super Bowl. Him and Kirk Cousins from Atlanta, because they like the 2 oldest quarterbacks in the league. But then as I thought about it more, and then I came right on this show, Popovich TV, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I said, nah, they got it in for Aaron Rodgers. He's done. He just became a resident of Queens. He did it and done. And they've been losing since. They beat the Houston Texans, but they've just been losing. And he out of here. But anyway, Colts just beat Aaron Rodgers last week. Detroit given 7.5. They one of the best teams in the NFL. 82% of the public is on them. 96% of the public is on them. Money line. I like the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts with the 7.5. I think their defense might could keep it fake close. I think Anthony Richards can do enough to backdoor cover. I do think Detroit will win, but I think the Colts can fake cover. That's what I'm going with for now. I didn't really get a chance to study. This is my first time looking at the spreads, looking at the games, etc. And we had Cleveland with the 3.5 yesterday. Cleveland rocks. Next game up, we got New England out on the road at Miami. Miami giving 7. I like Miami to win. I like New England with the 7. New England always beat Miami. I'm not going to be surprised if they keep it close. I do think Miami will win, though. Next game, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New York Giants. They starting Danny DeVito giving 6. Tampa Bay coming off the bye, right? Tampa Bay coming off the bye. I like Tampa Bay to win and cover. Giants, they head into the lottery. They hoping to get Peyton Manning's brother, I think, or I don't think Sidori coming to the Giants. Deion Sanders ain't having that shit. Like, nigga, my son not coming to your bum ass organization. Negative. Next game, Dallas Cowboys getting 10 on the road at Washington. Washington lost 2 in a row. Did they play the Cowboys already? They did play the Cowboys. They will be playing the Cowboys the last game of the season. I like Cowboys to cover the spread. I like Washington to win the game. I don't think Washington is 10 points, 11 points better than the Cowboys. I didn't think Houston Texans was either last Monday night, but they spanked the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are going to lose by 11, 12. I like Washington to win. I like Cowboys with the spread. Next game, Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders getting 6 at home. Broncos been looking good. That young boy, Bo Nix, he looking good. And Sean Payton putting together a nice first season with his young quarterback. Island Cherry, what's the word? We on the picks right now. Football. The show is coming to a close. I don't know if you putting no money up on Sunday. Lost to the Chiefs by a field goal. Lost to the Ravens. They got spanked, which I had the Ravens. Did they play the Raiders? They did play the Raiders 34-18. I think they beat the Raiders again. The defense is stout. And Bo Nix and Sean Payton is putting a good offensive game plan together. I like Broncos. Next game, Green Bay at home, -5.5. San Fran looking shaky, a little nervous, Plus, Brock Purdy ain't playing. Dre, your team looking shaky, my nigga. Last year they met in the playoffs. San Fran, I think, won by 2. The public is on San Fran. Who was the backup quarterback for them? Let me look at that first. Backup quarterback, San Fran. Oh, Joshua Dobbs and Alan Brandon, who I never heard of. Josh Dobbs, we know who he was. That's the alien man. I'm being funny, but I'm not. We know he came in for the Vikings. Then he was on Atlanta. Fake came in and was serviceable. Damn, that is a lot. San Fran need this game bad. I ain't gonna lie. Even though their quarterback is out, they need this game. I think Green Bay win. I think San Fran fight tooth and nail and they scratch and claw and they try to win. And they try to win. I like San Fran with the 5.5. Next game up, Arizona at Seattle. Seattle just beat San Fran. They at home. I like Arizona coming off the bye. Let me see how many games San Fran. Seattle lost. Damn, this is a tough one. Seattle lost at home to the Rams. They lost to the Bills. They lost to fucking 49ers. So they lost 3 games at home. 1, 2, 3. And they won. They lost to the Giants at home. They lost 4 games at home. 1, 2, 3, 4 games at home. I got to go with Seattle at home. They ain't going to lose 5 in a row, right? Like, come on, guys. Y'all going Geno Smith. Y'all going to lose 5 games in a row at home? Jeez. I ain't know that. Plus, they play Arizona at Arizona week 14. So even though Arizona's coming off a bye, I'm going to go with Geno Smith and them. I'm not gassed off the win that they beat 49ers. I'm just saying, damn, y'all going to lose 5 straight games with the 12th man behind you? I don't think so. Sunday Night Football, this should be a good game. The Philadelphia Eagles at the Rams. Rams getting 3. Should be a good game. Eagles been looking good. Eagles 8-2. They on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game win streak. I like the Rams with that 3. I think the Rams can win outright. I think the Rams can win outright. The public is on the Eagles. I like when I see that. I like the Rams. Monday Night Football. We got the Harbaugh Bowl. We got Jim Harbaugh against John Harbaugh. Baltimore Ravens at Chargers. Chargers getting 3. I like the Ravens to win and cover. Last time we seen this was at the Super Bowl when the 49ers played Baltimore Ravens and Colin Kaepernick was still in the lead. I like the Ravens to come and win after that loss to Pittsburgh, especially with Pittsburgh losing to Cleveland. And then Pittsburgh got to go to the Baltimore Ravens in like 2-3 weeks after the Ravens come off the bye. This is a great opportunity for the Ravens to get back in the race. I think they win. I think they cover. Now let's get to the locks. But first, let's get the theme music going.
Great fire. Rich famous.
When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupe all gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. When the winner chicken, then the...
Winner, chicken dinner. Here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner, chicken dinner. Some of these going to be a little shaky. We going with San Fran. We going with the Rams. We going with the Seahawks. Touchdown Seahawks. We going with the Denver Broncos. We going with the Indianapolis Colts. And we going with New England. So New England, Indianapolis, Denver, San Fran, Seahawks, Rams. Just 5 this week. I know I normally give 6, but I don't want to push it. And for the record, our record is 37-30. So we 7 games above 500, which means we winning. If you was putting $50, 50 times 7. If you was putting $100, that's $700. That's what I got for y'all today. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We hope y'all continue to tune in. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.